Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome on in. We are just starting our writing critique group today. Yes, I host a writing critique group here live on Twitch where you guys can submit your stories, and then your favorite local cryptid will give you guys 1 to 2 pieces of advice, nothing too scary. People in chat can also give critique and advice. The only rule is they just gotta be nice about it. So if that's your kind of jam, then hey, make sure you hang around, stick around, get all comfy and cozy. That's the vibe over here. Let me double check everything. I got a few of my tabs up out of your guys' point of view. Let's see. Stream starts now. I had my settings set up for the game Supermarket Together that we had been playing before. And I was trying to figure out how to get my settings back. I'm like, oh, it's just a black screen. Where's my weave screen? You can still see I need to get my that up, and the color screen box up, and there we go. I think now we're closer to being ready. Now we're all comfy and cozy. So if I look at my story submissions, the first person today is Eli. Hi Eli, it's good to see you. Let me pull up your story. Let's get this all ready. My responses, individual. Eli, Hidden Heart. Did I already miss it? Hold on. I got a really tiny screen looking at stuff. I have Jax. I have Hidden Hearts. I have Death's Head. I have Honey Boy Zatara. And I have Arya. Eli, is yours in the queue? I don't see it in the submissions. Maybe I had to renew it. Hold on, let me refresh it. I don't think I see it. Arya's is the latest. Honey Boy, Death's Head, Haydn, and then Jack the Tiger. It was in the form? You submitted it forever ago before we redid the thing? Yeah, you can redo it again. Yeah, go ahead and redo it. But remember, we cleaned out the queue because there had been people for so long who've been in there and they couldn't find the time to come join us. We had to redo the queue. And there's a new fancy form and everything. So, but yeah, we can yap for a few minutes. So no rush. Go ahead and get that all situated, and we can still start with you. I normally yap for a few minutes anyway. You're all good. Hey, stuff happens. Lord knows you guys put up with my tech issues so much. I am, out of anyone that you had to be worried about real life issues happening, sometimes I'm the least one. I get it. I always say, like, hey, life happens, stuff happens. I'm pretty chill and go with the flow. I always just ask, like, I just want people to be nice about things. As long as people are, like, nice and like, people aren't assholes, like Jen, there's not too much that can really bug me. Like, it's pretty chill. I bug myself a lot. The number one asshole, the biggest pain in my butt, the main ruiner of my life is myself. Hello, so it's currently on a 20 stream streak. Oh, hey, thank you so much for the streak. You love watching my streams and lurking with this as a background? Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad I'm not. Sometimes I always worry. I'm like, oh, I'm probably like secretly like super annoying to some people, especially because I'm like a little ADHD. I go off on my tangents all the time, but it's so fun. I like talking about my little stories and going off on things and reading other people's stories and hearing what you guys are saying in chat. It's my little guilty pleasure. I like being distracted. You still need to submit the 15th chapter. Yeah, I don't have anything from you right now, Chatty Matty. Should I post what the pool is in the Discord so people can like double back and check to make sure they're submitted? Or would that be too confusing to see the pool and the time slots for the day? Is that too many things in the story submission section? Because I was like, oh, I won't post the whole pool because otherwise people will think they claimed a slot when they really didn't. I'll just post the time slots. And I thought that would be easier. Yeah, you better welcome. Hey, real life always happens. So what if you need to bow out, if you need to be like quieter today, if you need to log out early and take care of stuff, I totally get it. Don't you worry. I always tell you guys, real life comes first. I love hanging out with you guys here in our little virtual space, our little virtual comfy cozy corner of the internet. But real life always comes first. Even if I have a baby raccoon over here in a corner who has pride little representation past where Target does, but hey, I get ya. Let me take a sippy real quick. Alrighty. But yeah, how is everyone else doing tonight? We have about 1 week until World Oddities Expo in Jacksonville. I'm pretty sure it's Jacksonville. So it's a more local one to us, as in like it's in Florida, but it's still like hours away. It's hours and hours away. So once we're there, it's not like, oh, if we forgot something, I can just like skedaddle back home real quick and grab something. Like, no, once you're there, you're like, we're staying there for the whole weekend for that event. You're struggling, right? So you went back to working on garlic and gunpowder, that nice little cozy part of your heart, just having fun. And you said that one was like originally inspired by fan fiction first, right? Is it still a fan fiction, or was it just inspired by fan fiction? It's been too long, I don't remember. But I think sometimes stuff like that just kind of takes on a little life of your own. It's nice when you can like relax and give yourself the space to work on like just a fun project off onto the side for a little bit, which is, funnily enough, kind of how Three Little Witches was, right? The little project I did back in November. Which it's crazy that was all the way back in November. Like, holy crap, all that time is coming up again. Can you guys believe it? I'm actually, since I think this Twitch account got monetized like pretty much around November or early December. I forget when, but it was like around there. It got monetized pretty fast, and I'm so thankful to that. I'm so very fortunate and lucky for that. But I thought I would do a breakdown, actually. I thought I would do a YouTube video actually breaking down like the stats and how much like I've earned and all the different things, and the numbers of being a little blooba on Twitch for other little VTubers to ask, because I see a lot of people asking for like VTuber advice, even though I'm still a baby VTuber. And sometimes they ask like generic things because they're kind of beating around the bush, but really they want the hardcore numbers. And I'm like, yeah, there's a couple of channels that I was really appreciative of, because they gave numbers, they gave examples, they gave like the exact numbers that they were doing, either if it's amount of viewers they had, how long they were streaming, what revenue was this, how much of that was subscribers versus bits, like what are the numbers, how do we understand this? And maybe that's just the tism in my brain, but I'm like, yeah, I wanted the numbers. So I was thinking like, oh, I could do a little numbers video for like the first 6 months of being an official VTuber. Let me see. You said you submitted. I do see something. Let me go on over. I gotta click over. Ooh, okay, Eli. Thank you. Nope, that's the Discord username. So that is our lovely submitters thing here. Let me put your name in the upper right-hand corner so everyone can see our lovely, amazing writer. There we go. And I think that fits. Oh, it actually does fit. I'm such a genius. I'm so smart. This is an interesting one. This is a short story, but it melts into a poem. So it's not just a short story that contains a poem. You're saying it melts into a poem, and it's dark fantasy. Let me go ahead and get your document up while I read all this. That way no one thinks you wrote my silly weave screen. Everyone say goodbye to the weave screen. Alrighty. Amaze. Me and Roots. So Roots, it's really hard to convince them to watch movies. And they've been getting better at it over the few years. To the point where the fact that they did watch Iron Lung in theaters was actually like so amazing. And they watched it twice, right? It was so good of them. But they've heard so many good things about Project Hail Mary that when we're hanging out the next few weeks, they might actually sit down. They might watch Project Hail Mary with me. I'm super excited. And if we really like it, well, then I just have to. I'm not a huge sci-fi reader, but if we like the movie enough and everyone says the book's better, so then I'll have to get the book and I'll have to read that. That's going to be exciting. Alrighty, so then the particular issues you want us to look at were pacing, transitions, and tenses. Okay, I'm sometimes pretty okay at catching tenses, but other times I'll admit I'm not like the best person at that. So I'll catch what I can, but also be aware this blooba can't catch all of the tenses sometimes. So pacing and transitions, I'm pretty good at. Bloody Mary! Like my beloved. It was so great. You've been busy all day. Oh, yeah. You've been busy with anything fun? I just am blind to it. Got it. Perfect. So then anything I can do to help, that would be great. But yeah, just don't yell at me if I miss anything. I'll be shaking in my bloober boots. Let's see. It's dark fantasy, and the summary is a king who has fallen from grace awaits his execution. Ooh, I definitely see the dark fantasy vibe there. That's exciting. Attempting to hold on to his dwindling sanity. Ooh, that sounds neat. Don't scroll down when you start. Fun format at the end. Surprise. Reading just in case you didn't see. Oh, I didn't see it. So thank you for saying that again. I did not see that. Is it here somewhere? I'm like looking over in the Google form too. I don't believe I see that. Okay, it might have just been in the chat earlier and I just missed it. All right, so I won't scroll down. I'm just looking at what's here. It's exactly 2 pages long. Oh, so if I scroll at all, then it'll spoil the bit. Okay. Let me take a sippy real quick. So otherwise we're looking at transitions, we're looking at pacing, and for anyone here, just in case I miss one, anyone who can spot tense shifting better, go ahead and let us know in the chat too. 1.5 pages of short story, and then half is the poem. Got it. And it's interesting, when you said it shifts to the poem. Normally I'm used to like a lot, especially fantasy, they sometimes contain a poem. Like a bardic song or like something like that, they contain a poem. I haven't seen something shift to a poem normally, especially in this category, at least for my personal reading. I'll say that. I'll get a doctor's appointment. Oh, right when you woke up. That was me trying to donate plasma the past few days, and I finally was able to do it yesterday. It was so early. Oh my god. Ended up being rescheduled. Okay. We had to store for a couple hours. She had a test to take as soon as we got home. So then you cooked dinner. Oh my god, and you were already up so early. Oh my god. So I was trying to juggle multiple things at once. Ooh, but you got a nice dress. That's exciting. That is a rough day, but a exciting little treat. That's a nice little prize. Oh my goodness. Since I'm working on slowly like hand making my own wardrobe, either by machine sewing or by hand sewing as much as I can. Most of like my pretty little treats for garments is like fabric. Like I buy the fabric or I buy the pattern for it. Which is nice. It's like, oh, I got a little treat. This will be a future skirt. Just had to invest like an extra 80 plus hours into getting this thing fucking done. So it's not really a new dress, it's just a new project. Oh, Sloppy Joe's. Ooh, Heart's making some good food. So let's go ahead and start. Ooh, it's all you. That's interesting. Oh, okay. Not a super popular point of view tense here, but let's go on. I'm excited. This is new. All you can see is darkness. There is nothing to view, no reason to trick yourself into believing you saw color. Black outlines of shapes on the wall, white fingernail scratches lining the cinder blocks. A tally of sorts done by those who resided there before you. This place was beneath you, for you used to be a king. You would send people here. You weren't meant to get sent here yourself. You were respected, feared, but most importantly, you were powerful. Now here you are, demoted to nothing, and it's all their fault. You saw color. There was nothing to view, but then it does describe nail scratches on the cinder blocks and a tally. Interesting. Alone, you sit in the corner of your cell, attempting to warm yourself. Meep. Attempting to warm yourself under a thin fabric they had the nerve to call a blanket. You can feel your health deteriorating in this cinder block cage. Cinder blocks is used here and cinder blocks repeated here. Just be aware of that. As dark as a blind man's vision. You had no light, no window, no contact with anyone but yourself. You missed the feeling of the sun on your face, the feeling of warmth and happiness. The lack of it was enough to drive even the strongest minds wild. The cell was small, square, and disgusting. One metal door is on the wall to your left. It has a slot that they push the slop of food through. The occasional bird sung from outside of your wall, calling out for help. You wished you could respond. You wished you could help it, but you couldn't. Help and help was repeated. Rats nested in the inch-thin mattress, scurrying across the floor as if attempting to escape. There's no point, you murmured. There's no way out. You knew, deep down inside, that they would be here any minute to bring you to your wrongfully decided death. The cloth of anonymity covering your face as you were killed in front of a crowd of many. You had done none of the things they had accused you of upon your arrest. Sure, you'd made sacrifices, but no murdering was done. At least not by you. That's what the Royal Assassin was for. For some context of the format, it was limited, 750 words. Okay, so was this for like a competition or something? And that's why there was like a word limit? Something or someone grabs your leg, making you jump up. You fling the blanket off your legs, an anxiety filling your whole being. There was nothing there. Oh wait, I can't scroll down. I'll keep it here. Maybe this room was getting to you. You knew your mind was playing tricks on you, but you couldn't deny the realness of the touch. You sat back down, frowning as you did so. You hate them, like the fire hates the person that douses its raging flames. It's their fault that you're here. They spread the lies. They fooled your subjects into believing their propaganda. They were the ones to blame. Okay, it's okay to scroll back. I was going to finish this page here, which is just this other bit, and then I was going to scroll fully. Should I scroll fully to the next page, or do I just scroll a little bit? Let me know. It's not worth getting upset over, you thought to yourself, even though I'm already boiling. Making you jump. Hold on, wait, this is one of the tenses thing. Wait, I think I'm noticing something. I think I'm having a thought. So something or someone grabs your leg, making you jump up. You fling the blanket off. That's all present tense, right? It's playing tricks on you. But then here, you thought to yourself is past tense. If it's present tense, it should be you think to yourself, not you thought to yourself. Am I crazy? You can scroll all the way. Okay, perfect. I struggle with tenses. Hey, they're tricky. Full respect. They're tricky. It's why writers for fully published traditional works, the big shiny thing that you get when you're traditionally published is all the fucking editors. The team of editors that will go through your stuff. Listen, because even editors, they can't catch everything, so it's multiple editors. There's big developmental editors, there's the line editors, and then there's the copy editors, and then proofreaders. It's all... There are so many people involved to make sure that we as creators get everything right, so it's all good. Intensive, so I write incorrectly intensive. Stream later. If I finish my stream before you, and if I have any viewers, I might do a raid. Oh, that would be so nice, Arya. But hey, also, if we end early and you're still streaming, then like, hey, feel free to give a little shout out here and be like, Cryptid, you're ending stream. You should raid me. Everyone come over to my cool programming stuff. And I'll be like, sure. Okay, so also beware. It's fine either way. Alright. I'm already boiling. Let's scroll down. The sound of someone banging on the metal door surrounds you, wrapping you in its harsh sound. You panic, eyes darting around the room as you get up, backing into a corner. The door bursts open, several armed soldiers, or rather rebels, entering. They grab your arms, dragging you out of the room. One places a cloth bag over your struggling head, your body tensing as he does so. So this is a very minor thing. This is a very nitpicky thing, but it's just a little tidbit. So the door burst open. That's the excitement. That's the wild thing. Like, oh god, like we're all scared. We're hearing this banging. We're hearing this noise. The door burst open. I would leave that as the sentence, like the door burst open. And then the next sentence starts. Several armed soldiers, or rather rebels, entering. Combining them here with a comma kind of weakens both things. Hi Mash, it's good to see you. 7 stream streak, oh my goodness. Oh, your plant leveled up. Ooh. Oh wait, Crimson Butterfly? Mesh, how'd you get the Crimson Butterfly one? That makes me think of like the Fatal Frame one. Is it a Fatal Frame thing? Oh, that's so neat. I want a Crimson Butterfly one. But yeah, just as a technical thing, these both as a longer sentence, as a combined sentence with the comma, it's taking away the impact from both halves of these. They would be stronger as 2 separate sentences. Oh, it's from Fatal Frame launch day. Oh my god, that's so neat. My model's even freaking out because I'm freaking out about it so much. Anyways, you're just lurking around. That's exciting. Oh, me and Roots. I wanted to try it out before I suggested a collab for anything, but me and Roots tried Supermarket together. It was pretty neat. I might continue playing it with Roots more, but I don't think it was like as exciting. Like once you kind of get it and you kind of have the products up and you're kind of good, it's just more of the same thing. I think it could get boring pretty fast. So I don't know if it's like a really good collab game one. I was like, I wanted to try it with Roots first before I offered it as like a collab thingy, and I'm like, maybe some other games instead. This one I don't think could be good for like a big collab one. Your body tensing as he does so. This is it. It's time. Maybe it's a good thing, you wonder, as anything but that dark cell was perfectly fine with you. They walk with you for minutes, which felt like hours, taking you through twists and turns, ascending stairs and going down them, until you finally reached your destination. They march you outside, and you let out a sigh of relief as you feel the sun on your back. You'd missed this. We should get you to play Hee Hee Ha Ha Tank game? Oh, is it like in a... it's not Little Nightmares. What's it called? It's the little game that's made by the same people who made Little Nightmares. I did a collab with it with Penny. We did that one. And I really liked towards the end we got to have a tank. We got to have a tank in it, and I was like, ooh, this is great. I love this. I love that they gave us access to a fucking tank to fight that sheep monster thing. That was one of the highlights of the game. So I'm like, ooh, is it a rage game? Who's staring into your soul terrified you? Listen, I'm a cryptid on a budget. I have a mediocre webcam. Eventually I'll save up enough money and I'll get like some used iPhone, and I guess the old iPhones have better tracking for models compared to webcams. So I'm looking forward to that upgrade in the future. I'll get to do so many more cool things. You guys will see such a more expressive cryptid. I'm excited. Yeah. So I wonder what that one is. Let me look it up. Cryptid having access to explosives is scary. What do you mean? Don't you trust a Florida woman with explosives? Don't you trust a Florida woman with explosives? Come on! You guys would trust me with dangerous weapons of potential mass destruction, right? You guys would do that, right? What's this hee hee ha ha tank game? Hee hee ha ha tank game. What is it? It's a co-op tank horror game? Am I looking at the right one? Co-op tank horror game? Oh, you're referring to War Thunder. Oh, I literally was looking it up as like a serious thing. I was playing goddamn Supermarket together, okay? I'm used to things having stupid names. And I was like, yeah, and there is a hee hee ha ha horror game that's a tank co-op game, I guess. I don't know. So it's so funny you jokingly said that. I think that's actually a game name. Florida Cryptid is the new Florida man. Listen, what are you guys talking about? I'm trustworthy. Right, baby raccoon? You would trust me with explosives. 100%. See, I didn't hear him saying no. So 100% I can be trusted. Someone said they could trust it with a nuke, and I said I couldn't because my first thought was, what a hell of a way to ring in the floor. Big firework for 4th of July, as is the American way. Oh my god. Focus. Okay. I couldn't help it. I was excited to yap. Missed this. You heard murmurs as they took you up a shorter set of stairs. Ones you could tell were made of flimsy wooden boards. They shoved your head through a loop of rope and removed your cloth. Your eyes widened in excitement. Color. You finally see color and light. After weeks of living in the dark, it was finally time for the release for the painful cycle. They flicked the switch, and you dropped. Falling down. Down to the depths of your darkest sins, down to swim in the pits of other sorrow that you once basked in. And finally, for the very last time, the lone bird sings, calling out for anyone, anything. It will not be responded to. You try to cry out to help the pitiful thing, but you can't, for you are the bird that is screaming, crying for help, which will not be responded to. And that is the bit. That is the end. So, I guess it is a transition to a poem. I was like, oh, how's a transition to a poem? To me, like, I would still read this as like, oh, there's a poem at the end, continuing the story. But I'm like, no, you're technically right. It does transition. The actual storytelling transitions to a poem. That's neat. I haven't seen that before. I should have read this before submitting. We have a disclaimer now, okay? You gotta... One, I don't want you to cringe about your own work. Listen, and any writer, any famous one, any traditional published one, anyone who's on a shelf and has written 200 books and is a bajillionaire from writing books, they'll still cringe at their own writing and see all the flaws in it that other people might not notice it. And something can never be perfect when it's art, because art is subjective, and even the most beloved works in all of history, you'll still find people critiquing it. Because it can never be perfect, right? So I don't want you to like cringe too hard, but I want you to be like, oh yeah, like I'm seeing some things that I'm already willing to I'm excited to fix. That's how I kind of try to approach my stuff. If I see the flaws, I'm like, oh, well, now that I see the flaws, that means I already know how to do better. That's kind of a nicer mindset. You're doing fine. You genuinely blocked it out of your head until just now? The ending was a little better in your head. So one, I know you said it was like a limit of 750 words. So I'm guessing it was for like a challenge or a prompt or like a competition or something. Whatever the bit was. Could have even been like a homework assignment. But since that's not for me, right? Like you guys don't have to listen to that. So I'm gonna give it in context of like, oh yeah, if you were going to take this piece and you didn't have that limit, what would I do? And I think there are definitely some scenes that could be a bit longer, especially the walking up and down the stairs and in and out of darkness. There's let's see, they walk with you for minutes, which felt like hours, taking you through twists and turns, ascending stairs and going down them until you finally reach your destination. It's a long run-on sentence, but it's also like, it could be labyrinthine, it could be confusing, it could be more. I think this would be a scene that, rather than just one run-on sentence, could be expanded on into at least a paragraph or even a few paragraphs describing this lost situation. Maybe hearing what are the guards or the rebels saying. Are they whispering? Are they seeming like pushing him a bit? Are they making him trip? What's kind of the vibe here? Is he trying to map out where he is in the castle, but since he's never been down to the dungeons, it's hard for him to figure it out? That kind of vibe. I think out of any of the scenes, this would be a fun one to expand upon. The one thing I've ever written always haunts me whenever it crosses my mind. I hope no one ever finds it. Everyone go searching immediately. We need to FBI on this stat. Everyone go find Mash's great lost masterpiece. You're just gonna start your stream now? Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with us for a bit, Arya, and good luck on your stream. I had 12 spare words to work with. I had to settle with this. But you want to fix it. That's exciting. That's a good frame of mind to be inspired by peace. You did it for the limitations you had at the time, whether it be word constraints, timeline constraints and deadlines, theme, or whatever the bit was that you had to adhere to. But now that you still have this piece that you've already worked on and you're free from those limitations, like, yeah, be excited by your imagination and what you were trying to accomplish here, and now like kind of twist it over in your hands and mess with it a bit like Play-Doh and see what things you want to explore more. No, Cryptid, do not. Once upon a 12-year-old fic with the vaguest of keywords, so be afraid. Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god. It's thank God I didn't really publish too much of my work online when I was younger. I was on the Role Players Guild. You guys cannot find that stuff now physically because it got like redone. Like they scraped the old format. This was so long ago. The current Role Players Guild, whatever that website is now, just physically doesn't have those accounts, doesn't have those logs, doesn't have those forum posts. They are just physically wiped from the internet. And even then I didn't write too much in the forums. I did a lot of DMs and stuff, just one-on-one like role plays and stuff. So there's physically no way to access that stuff. I'm so sad though, because some of them were literally so good. I was so excited by those stories. Oh my god. Give me a hint. No. Oh no. There was one. It was this group. It was one of the few that I was doing a group with, but it like died almost immediately after everyone did like 1 or 2 posts. But I was so excited about it. It was this this one was supernatural creatures in the modern day in an urban setting, but nobody actually like knew the supernatural world. It's like hidden supernatural world in modern day type setting to hide from modern society. A lot of the supernatural creatures, there were secret wars going on, and there were different factions in the supernatural community, and certain factions would have different training grounds. One of them was in Chernobyl, and I had 2 characters. I had this vampire who in a world and society where all of the vampires were hypersexualized. They were like I guess being turned to a vampire like ramped up your sexuality times 100. I was like, no, I want to have a different vampire. He's actually asexual. He's not interested in any of that. He just wants to read his books and he wants to cook some good food. And he's not interested in any of that. And he really distanced himself from vampire society from years because they were all just like party sexy swinger parties and stuff all the time, and he wasn't for that vibe. But he was going back into it because he'd adopted a little baby mummy girl who was my other character. And the ritual, normally I guess when people summon the mummies in this universe from the GM, the part of the ritual was like you implant like human languages and world history and stuff. You're supposed to like reincarnate the mummy to be able to speak the languages of the summoners, but they fucked up the summoning ritual and they weren't supposed to do it on a mummy girl that was so young. So she didn't speak English. She only spoke ancient Egyptian. She was just this little girl, and she was scared. She didn't know why she was wrapped up in all these mummy bandages. Everything was terrifying. So my vampire had adopted her. Hello, welcome on in, Cult. It's good to see you. Sorry, I'm doing a little side tangent right now, but afterwards we're actually in the middle of a story critique. This was a short story. It was just 2 pages, and I started doing critique, and well, then the ADHD hit. I know everyone here is shocked. But it was a little mummy girl that was my other character for the group, and she was being taught English and how to socialize and what like modern things were, like cars and electricity and stuff, by my vampire character. So he was like her adoptive father. But mummies were so powerful, this faction in Chernobyl were like, no, she has to come here so we can train her so she can be part of our military force. And he was all like, I'm not gonna let my new daughter, my new mummy daughter, be over here unsupervised. She doesn't know what any of this is. She still needs a translator. I don't know what you guys are gonna do to her. So he was coming along. He was gonna supervise her and all of her military training things. And the bit that everyone of the other role players liked was I would do silly things with her dialogue. You know, she could be really cute. So when she met the other characters, and then we were all separating stuff for the day in that role play, she looked at all the other characters and she said, "Goodbye, good bi." Everything, because she knew good meant like good, and like goodbye was like, oh, I'm saying like a good farewell. But she wanted to be extra good, so every time she learned like good keywords, like nice or pretty or something like that, to like stress that she was doing it extra, she would just say those words extra time. So it wasn't just a goodbye, it was a good bi. If someone was nice, they were nice pretty, or like pretty nice or something. Like she had all these fun little quirks with her writing. With her dialogue as she was learning stuff, and everyone loved her because she was so sweet. You should watch this anime called The Case Study of Anita. What? Why does that sound familiar? Oh my god, why does that sound familiar? Mosh, why are you in my walls? The Study of Annotates. Why are you in my fucking walls? Why do I know that? I haven't watched it, but have I just been scrolling over it when I still have Crunchyroll? Traveling in Paris in search of the Book of Anatols, which is capable of unleashing curse upon all vampires. I think I must have just been scrolling this like constantly, but like, should I watch this today? And then like something else would come up, and I'd be like, no, another day. You have good ears. Fuck. You've been hearing all my cursing then, haven't you? Eli's having Wi-Fi issues. I'm so sorry, my wonderful coyote guard. I should watch it? Ooh. Okay. I'll watch it. I'll watch it since you said so. I gotta take my suggestion seriously. But I'm also looking for more animes to watch. Anyway, I'm still waiting for the next season of Apothecary Diaries. Oh, Eli. Why did I think Eli you meant Elias? And it was like a funny way. You were saying like, oh, Elias is having, like your character's having Wi-Fi issues is like a funny, cute way of saying you had tech issues. Don't listen to me. I'm so smart and I'm so stupid, and I never know if it's the smart or the dumb that's gonna come out of my mouth at any point in time. I never know. Oh man, I was doing so good, and then my brain has to check me and just be like, nope. Oh, it happens. It happens to the best of us. But also, so I know Eli's having Wi-Fi issues. They can also watch the VOD later, so if they can't see everything fully now, they can still rewatch this later for their report. So let me focus again, and let me say more of their critique, because they can at least watch the critique later. Let's see. So yeah, for scenes to be expanded upon, I think the whole thing could be expanded upon a little bit, but as far as like a specific one, I definitely think that going up and down the stairs and going through the corridors and stuff, I think this is like the one where I'm like, either an extra paragraph or two, or like you could even, I would say, would be comfortable in like a couple of paragraphs, and that would be pretty good pacing. I think that would be a fun one to expand. Otherwise, I did notice some like repetition in keywords. I pointed out a few, and I think it's not a think. There's definitely this very intentional parallel of this king is about to be executed and this bird he's hearing outside. And then at the end, we had the whole entire poem like connecting him to the bird that's crying for help, but he's the bird crying for help. It's the symbolism that is here. But I'll be honest, other than just the writing or the king saying there's symbolism here in his thoughts, other than just saying, oh, the bird's crying for help, I don't know why the bird's crying for help. It's never clarified. This is also a crazy character. He's going mad. So is it just his insanity telling him a bird call is calling for help? The king thinks the bird's calling for help, and therefore he is the bird. It's trying to do this very artsy metaphor here, but I'm not sure if the metaphor actually holds up. And I want to if the entire piece is going into and reiterating this metaphor, this analogy between the two of the king and the bird. I want it to be a strong, clear metaphor. I want it to make sense and be strong and be powerful because you put so much focus on it. And I'm not quite sure it's holding up as much as it could be. So I'd either want a stronger reason to connect the king and the bird. It could even be like he's thinking of the feast he had while he was ordering the assassins to kill people, and how much they were like pheasants and peacocks and turkeys and all the birds he ate, and how they were defeathered and strung up and different things like that to be butchered. And now he feels like a strung up bird that's been defeathered, he's been decrowned, he's been dethroned, hung in for that. That would be a stronger, some metaphor here to really connect the two. Hi, what? It's good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us. I just want that oofed up a little bit. Which, if you're expanding it anyway, then you have more room to breathe and lay out the connection between the two more naturally, more organically. So it could even just be you were condensed for space, for time to let that connection. Something had to be cut, and that was one of the things that got to be cut. So I understand that, but now that you do have room to improve this and expand, that would be something where I want to see that to be a stronger connection. Otherwise, let me double check. What were the main things you wanted? You said focus on tenses. I pointed out one. Pacing. I think we said, it's always been constrained by the 750 word limit. And I pointed out a few things to expand upon. And transitions. Okay, let me take an eye on the transitions then again one more time. There's their transition here with the poem. Let's see. So we go from being in the dark of the cell, alone in the corner of the cell, still being in the cell. There's the mattress, there's the rat. There's feeling something grab the leg. I think that's to further emphasize the idea that the king's going crazy. But I kind of want even more madness to happen rather than just being paranoid that you thought you felt something. Because we have rats. We probably have rats. We probably have insects. We could have fabric pulling because it was underneath the blanket. It might not be so much madness as paranoia. If we want like a truly, this person is insane. They are going mad. They are imagining things that are just not real. Some of their their internal thoughts give the idea of like narcissism, of being in a position of power and not realizing that they're evil. The fact of like, oh, I didn't murder anyone, the assassins did, that kind of stuff. That's out of touch, that's evil, but that's not necessarily madness, so I won't count his train of thoughts as like madness. The only thing that was truly madness was like, oh, okay, he thought something grabbed him and then there was nothing there. And I think if we wanted like, oh, this guy is like losing it, he is fucking losing it, I think I'd want like a few more things to kind of touch in on that, and some more hallucinations. He's in such a dark room. It's actually the longest scene we have is declaring how dark it is. It's in this room. So I think there could be some more spooky things, spooky things that happen here. Whether or not he imagines he's still holding his crown, or he's still wearing his crown, or he still has his cloak on, or he wears the blanket like that, and just something just to kind of show like he is not experiencing reality the way it really is. Hi. Yeah, something like that. I think there could be some fun additions for that. But otherwise, that's that. It's a short piece, and sometimes it's hard to like go in and like give 200 things to critique on in 2 pages. That's overwhelming and it's not very fun. So I think I'll leave it there. That was a few little things. That was a few little pointing out things. There's the tenses. I tried to point out 1 or 2. There might be more, but I'm not the best focus. I'm not the best trained on picking up on those tense things, on those tense issues. More of a developmental editor. That would be something that a line editor would go through and catch all those slight slip-ups in the tenses, and make sure each sentence is staying intense. Intense. That's I swear. I swear I can speak normally. I swear I can make sense. But otherwise, that is the critique I have for this piece. I hope it helped. I hope it pointed out some good things. And if I didn't, if anything doesn't quite fit your vision or stuff like that, then hey, it was free advice. It was freely given. If it doesn't work for you, just feel free to throw it into the trash. It don't need to bother you. But otherwise, let me get out of this. Thank you so much, Eli, for submitting your piece, even if there was those little tech issues earlier. It was a pleasure to read, and thank you so much for being a brave raccoon and sharing it with us. Let me go ahead and go back on this so no one thinks you wrote my silly leave screen. Let's see. 70 streams straight! That's crazy! It still blows my mind sometimes that I do that. I think on our VODs channel, we have over 100 VODs uploaded. That's how often I stream. I stream every other day. And then in November, I was streaming every day. And I'm hoping to do something similar again, minus when I'm feeling sick. But for November, I'd like to do a potential everyday stream, minus when I'm feeling sick for my cycle. I think that would be really, really fun. Let me pull up who is next. Oh, I just have to delete this. Hold on. Let's see. I'll go ahead and delete Eli's submission. Yes, that is the right one. Next is Honeyboy or Zatara. Let me see if Zatara is in real quick. Let me also get their stuff ready. Their Twitch username is Zatara. Start as Zatara. This is the piracy one. They submitted their pirate one again. The Lovecraftian horror and spy games. It's adventure, pulp, horror, mystery. We read the little beginning part of it on a previous stream, so we'll be continuing it, I think. Captain took the relic and some wholesome and fair dice. He's now seeking strange information broker for answers. Let's see. How do submissions work? Oh, no problem. There is a Discord. You'll go ahead and you can fill out a Google form there. You just double check the rules real quick. There's not a lot of rules, but there is just a few. But you'll fill out a Google form and you'll answer some stuff there, submit your little Google Doc there. And then in the future, you can claim a time slot. I posted them up on Discord being like, hey, here's when I'm streaming. This is the time. This is how many submissions I'm going to read. And that's kind of the bit. And then you just show up. I won't read it without you being in chat because I think it's good for us to like have the back and forth. You can ask questions. I can ask questions. And that's kind of the bit. So it's not like you submit and then like you don't show up the day of. Is that right here? I gotta check. Let's see. I don't think so. I don't think they're currently in. They might not have expected us to finish the first lot so soon. But it was just because it was 2 pages. Normally it's I read for as long as I can, as long as my voice can keep up with it. But we started at 9:30, so it hasn't even been a full hour yet. New prospect now? The 3rd generation of the Bonds family. Terrorizing base. I don't know enough about baseball to have an opinion on this. I'll just trust your word for it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, cult. So anyway, the main rules, if you're interested, is no generative AI works, and then no sexy, spicy, sex scene stuff. Not because that's bad or that we disapprove of that here. It's just because I get too embarrassed reading it out loud. I don't have a strong enough blush toggle on this model to properly convey it, so we just don't read overly spicy scenes. Your work can, as a whole, like as a whole book, can have spicy scenes. Just the part you submit for me to read has to not have sex scenes in it or anything too inappropriate. That's kind of the vibe. But like violence in general, anything like that, that's all good. Some people are asking like what kind of the line is for the violence and stuff, and you can obviously have fight scenes, you can have decapitations, you can have blood, you can have gore. I just kind of be like, hey, just when it gets to the point of like it's gore porn, like when it's like so overly done, so much gore and fighting and stuff, I'm like, yeah, maybe reconsider. Hello, thank you guys so much for the raid. Hello, raiders. Let me, just in case anyone's in ads, let me write a little welcome message. Hello. I'm sorry, I didn't know you guys would be reading right then. I was explaining what the rules are for submission. I don't like no generative AI, no explicit sex scenes, and then violence and like fighting is okay, but if it goes into the point where you're spending 3 pages describing stabbing somebody in this particular thing in the bottom, like if it gets to the point where it's like gore porn, like hey, double check yourself. Maybe this isn't quite the stream for that. But hello, thank you so much for the raid. It's an Arthur raid? Is it Arthur or author? Oh hey, thank you for the follow, and hey, I hope you like hanging out with the Cryptid cult. But yeah, that's kind of the bit. So if you guys are interested in story critiques like that, those are the nice little rules we have around here. But otherwise, we cover all sorts of different genres, different topics. We even do fanfics and stuff over here, because I love fandom culture. I love supporting all the fanfic writers out there. So if you need like a little like, hey, I want a little critique, I want a little feedback on my little fanfic over here, that's totally fine too. So let's see. If you have a spicy scene, all we've censored is to highlight it in black. That's true. And then when you're done with your critique and everything, then you can just unhighlight it, and then it's all good. Your document's still nice and perfect. So what were you guys doing in your stream? Was it a fun thing? Doing anything exciting? Were you guys writing? Were you guys watching a movie together? Were you guys also doing critiques? I've met a few raiders who actually also do critiques. That's always really fun to find out. Chapter 15 is the gayest chapter you've written yet. I'll need to go through it again, but now you're getting nervous on it. Well, hey, getting a critique done doesn't have to be perfect when you submit. It's just your best attempt at the time, and getting critique gives you some useful feedback on how you can go back and edit your stuff. You guys were reading The Crack of Doom tonight. Very old sci-fi. Oh, you do a lot of like reading streams? I've been thinking of doing that to break up the critiques sometimes. I'm like, oh, sometimes I do games. Most of the time we do the critiques. I was wondering if users were just like a story time sometimes. If we all vote on a cool book and I read it together. It's that kind of a book club thing. So it's nice to see that other people do that. Very old sci-fi. Old sci-fi has a very particular vibe. I feel like a lot of new sci-fi is trying desperately to get the feeling and the vibe of classic sci-fi, of like old sci-fi, and it's just not, it's a very hard thing to recapture without being in that time period. Oh, sports ball stuff. Bobby Bonds? Someone's name is actually Bobby Bonds. That's so silly. Had an all-star career? Okay. Son, Barry Bonds. You're making this up. He then became the greatest baseball player in history. And now Barry's nephew is a top college prospect. Ooh, wow. You had a Barry Bonds bobblehead? No. That cannot be a full sentence. That's insane. Victory Derek Jeter one? Let's see. Yeah, I just read on stream. I'd love to see more people read on streams. Twitch Book Club is hella cool. Ooh, I like that. That's a cute way of saying it. It's Twitch Book Club. If there's an A-Rod bobblehead, I want one. Lots of sports ball today. Oh, is there just a lot of different matches going on? Oh, I'm still a new Cryptid. I'm still learning. I'm still catching up on all the shows and the stories and the books and the things of human society. I haven't quite found the time to catch up on all the sports stuff that humans do. Very interesting. I just know sometimes they have sport balls, but there's different rules for the different games. Sometimes you can use your hands in some games, sometimes you can only use your feet. Sometimes you can use your whole body, sometimes you just use a racket. I don't know, there's different rules. That's kind of how it be. Big excitement, lots of matches. Oh my goodness, thank you for dumbing it down for me. But otherwise, let me double check if Zatara's here. But if Zatara's not, then our backup today is, I believe, still Heidenheart. Let me double check. Yeah, we only had Zatara, and then we didn't have a third person today, so then we only had the backup, which is Heidenheart. So, sorry, that was still up there. Heidenheart, would you like to have part of your stuff read today? Are you good? So cute. The cutest zombie emotes on this side of Twitch. Let me go ahead and get it all set up. Let me see. That was Zapdos. Oh, then I had to remember to change the username in the top right hand. Hide and Heart. Control C. But yeah, we read stories aloud a bit. I normally try to read a couple of pages for everyone's submitted work. And then I myself will give at least 1 or 2 pieces of advice, especially for new raccoons who are just submitting for the first time. If you submitted like a couple of times and I've read like whole chapters of your book and you're serious about getting a lot of critique and you're pretty good at handling it, sometimes I'll give more critique than that, so more than just 1 or 2. I'll like start listing out more and more things that I can find. People in chat, you guys can also give critique and ask questions and give feedback. The only rule is you just gotta be nice about it. We only want nice chatters in here. We don't need big bullies. That's not productive. Let's see. Control C. I'm pulling it up now. I'm getting ready. I'm a professional streamer. There, you can look at the screen. I love it. Oh my god. What do you guys think? Does the green look good with me? What do you think, baby raccoon? Do blue and green work together? I wonder if it's stealing too much of my thunder. It's taking too much attention away from me. Let's see. It's a game chapter! She's gonna rip mine apart, chat, so you got to see. Extreme! It's more lime than I wanted. Oh, it's all good. I'm so sorry, Cryptid. I know you have your notes, but I came in here to see if Gabe mentioned something and made corrections to his dialogue. All good. So this is chapter 7. If you're all good, I'm going to hide my model quick. So for any of my new raccoons here, I'm a baby developmental editor. I took a course. I got a little certificate. I did a free developmental edit report on Act 1 for Chatty Matty, and I'm going through this and I'm doing an engagement tracking, reader engagement tracking, and making some notes. And we'll give some smaller developmental feedback to Hide and Heart, who was our coyote god here, or our mod. And then after that, these are all for free things, because I'm still learning. I'm still a little baby developmental editor. I think when people charge insane rates, when they're still, like, learning, and they don't necessarily have the credentials to back up those insane rates, I'm like, that's not fun. So these are my little free things that I get to have my little cryptid hands all over and tear apart and, like, learn stuff with. How do you be a developmental editor? What are the things you're keeping track of? How do you do it?
Auntie Cryptid.
Oh yeah?
This makes me queasy. I'm gonna. Rainbows all over the place.
Rainbows all over the place? That's kind of gay. I joke as a bisexual cryptid myself. It's just he has his little pride flag still in here. What was that? Text to speech. I thought that was a little low that time. Sound of it? No, everything else looks right in OBS. Anime uses rainbow. Cartoons use rainbows too, not just the anime. I think like Gravity Falls, it's that like first episode uses the gnomes puking rainbows. And when I first saw that, I was like, oh no, I don't know if Gravity Falls is good. This seems kind of stupid. I don't know about this. And then I gave it another episode to like win me over, and then I love Gravity Falls. It was a cute little cartoon. It was really fun. I'm gonna hide this real quick. I'm gonna go get my notes from chapter 7 for Hide and Heart real quick, and then I can compare it to what you have here. So I'm gonna hide. Everyone's gonna be good while I step away for a second, right? Everyone's gonna be good. Yeah. I'll be right back. Everyone educate yourselves. Okay. Well, let's say you don't look at that shit. And then you do something you don't. I get it. Let's do it right. Figure out what's really going on. Let's see actual problem you're trying to solve. Well, that's so. Oh my god, you guys, the Destiny's talking way too much. The Destiny's talking way too much. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Did the microphone pick it up? I normally talk shit to Destiny. That's our codename for Alexa when we don't want to activate her. I normally talk shit to Destiny when she doesn't do stuff that I want. Like when she says she turned on a light and then she didn't. That time she was over there and she was all like, oh, let's take a deep breath. Let's talk about the problem. What exactly is the problem? And I'm like, no. Stop talking to me. Stop listening to me. Stop. I hate it. I'm gonna chuck her into the street one day, I swear to God. Let's see, oh, here we go, I popped right to it. Chapter 7. Let me put that stuff down. And then chapter 8 notes. Chapter 6 notes. Chapter 7 notes. Got it. You guys hear the papers? I killed a tree. To have all of Heidenheart's pages here. Okay. Oh, I do have my notes that Skate's respected. Let's see. So this is I'll read it for everyone else who's new here who hasn't seen Heidenheart's work before. This is a post-apocalyptic romance one for adults, not quite young adult, it's adult. It's a full-length novel. Heidenheart is working on this and currently querying for an agent representation, so super exciting. So because they're at such a serious stage in their work, I do go a bit more seriously on their novel and do more serious edits and critiques, because it's the stuff that, like, any little bit I can do that I can point out that they can fix to help give them that cutting edge for the querying trenches to get an agent, to get representation for traditional publishing, I'm gonna do it because I want to help them in any way I can to succeed, you know? So their main character is Sam, who is a rover who's kind of a wanderer in this post-apocalyptic landscape. She is kidnapped by a war band, but what's special about this war band is their main leaders are actually chosen or partially possessed by demons, so it's this kind of demonic war band in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. But one of them, Elias, falls head over heels for her. He is obsessed with her from the get-go. He is like 100% Team Sam, but it causes more problems than it might be worth. Hi Zatra, oh, it's good to see you. We actually finished up our first person, and I think we're just gonna move the schedule around a bit. I'll finish up Heidenheart's reading, and then when I'm done, then we'll do yours third, Zatra, if that works for you. One, because I already got all the papers ready. So this is from a character called Gabe. This is his point of view. He is kind of the leader of this war band. There's one boss higher than him, but he's kind of the leader of this group. And he is trying so hard to get Elias back into line and to stop acting crazy about Sam and to just have Sam shut up so he can bring her back to the big boss for all their demon-y war band stuff. And he doesn't want anyone to die. He just wants everyone to fall in line and stop being problematic. That's kind of the vibe here. Poor Gabe. Gabe put his hands on his head and stretched until his back popped. There was no satisfying crack, and it only made the muscles more tense. Elias had gotten in more than a few good punches. He wasn't stronger than Gabe, but he was faster. Zeph tapped on his table with a pencil. Under his breath, he muttered about another search. "Did you check that chapel?" he asked Gabe. "I was busy in the ruins." Now looks fine for you? All good. Perfect. I had to sneeze. Hold on, I had to sneeze. If I pause, it's because I just feel a sneeze coming in. No, please. Please, I got reading to do. Okay. "I was busy in the ruins." "Elias did." Gabe spat on the ground. "I was in the field. That bastard probably didn't even look. They had 3 initiates, and now they were down to 1. A strong one, but Adam was not going to be pleased. Sam's pull was too strong compared to the other 2, so the compulsion to look for them paled in comparison to the need to get Sam back to the Citadel. Slight rephrasing of that longer sentence here. Ooh, that reminds me. Did I have this note here? Let's see, chapter 7 summary. Second half is more interesting to do. So we know, this is in context, sorry for anyone who's new here who doesn't quite know this in context. The initiates were Sam and then the two escaped prisoners that Sam helped out, which was Bo and Jezzy. But I believe we also learn later on that there are others in the band that will watch her. They'll be her bodyguards later to make sure Sam doesn't escape. And they are also initiates, right? I think she has, it's like Zip. It's like, it's the girl with the two long braids. I'm forgetting their names right now. They're introduced in a different chapter. I don't have the notes up in front of me. But there are other people in the band that are also initiates. It's not just the 3 prisoners. Now 1 prisoner, which is Sam. So in that case, they had 3 initiates, and now they were down to 1. I'm not sure if that's an accurate statement, if I'm remembering everything right. There are 4 others, and I should include them in the count. Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy. I didn't think about them since they are Citadel born. Ooh, that's interesting. I haven't come across that term yet in my current reading. That's gonna be exciting to get there. And that's normally why when I say things like that, I'm like, oh, a developmental edit, like a true proper one, you can't fully give it until you read the whole piece. Because then you learn stuff later on that then gives context for stuff that happens in the beginning, and then once you see the whole picture, you can start rearranging puzzle pieces. But yeah, just a little thing I would clarify this, because otherwise it's confusing in context, because there are other initiates in the band. Stand back to the Citadel. What a mood. What a bind. Oh, this is... What a mood. What a bind. A voice echoed in his head. Amemon, his demon rippled with amusement. What will you do? The demon had no interest in the escaped prisoners. His focus had been tormenting him over Sam and Elias. The demon had hardly stopped since their display by the fire. Gabe sympathized with Elias. Sam was warm. He wished he'd felt it before his hand was around her throat. Before he'd already beaten the shit out of her. That woman's more observant than you want to give her credit for, Amemon said. Gabe shook his head. Shut your damn mouth. He fired back at him. He suppressed the amusement that was invading his brain. Sam had just been trying to wind him up, but he couldn't blame her. She'd been thrown into a mess, and Elias was not helping it. Elias done lost his damn mind, Gabe said. Zeph grunted at what Gabe took for agreement. She's not the first one that's fallen for him, he mused. This one has you particularly pissed. She's an initiate, Gabe snapped. She's on the fast track to ascend. The other revenant tilted his head, then nodded to himself, or to his own demon. After a few decades, they'd have been able to tell when there was another conversation going on. Oh, you gave me chapter 16 instead? Okay. Yes, Barry not being dressed during the vision part of the chapter. You gave all the info you could with your sleepy brain. Oh, good. Let's see. I actually made a note of this in my notes. I'm like, ooh, I really like this detail. Some of my notes were like, oh, I wish Zeph had a stronger, both character voice and just a stronger character, especially in these earlier chapters. He's pretty easy. If you took any of his dialogue, it could sound similar to Bo or some of the other background male characters, versus our main character, Elias, has a very distinct voice. Gabe sometimes has a pretty distinct voice. Sometimes it goes away a little bit, but otherwise he's pretty good. Sam can have a really distinct character voice. Some of them stand out really well. And I was like, oh, Zeph's kind of fades. It's not really there. It's not super present. But this, the idea that the Revenants are all aware and respect that they all have these demons in their heads that they talk to, that they're listening in, that they're engaging in these fights with, or these conversations that they're kind of battling. You're literally battling your own demons in your head. I'm like, it's so cool. It's so creepy. It could be so, like, it would be, like, passed as so natural for Gabe and Elias when it's their point of view. So, like, oh yeah, it's kind of like this. Like, they're nodding to themselves. They can tell they're thinking of other stuff. But to someone like Sam, and Sam's point of view, or some of the other characters' point of view, it would look so uncanny. It would seem so like, what the fuck are those guys doing? Why are they gesturing like that? Why are they mumbling to themselves? Why are they gazing off and looking angry at someone who wasn't there, and like having this conversation back and forth? It could be so cool. I gotta finally get up and head out for my nightly gym routine. Take care, Cryptid and chat. Drive safe, Mash. And yeah, give me some good recs. I tried out the supermarket together. I just don't think it'll be fun for a collab. But if you have any other fun game ideas for collabs, let me know. Should I submit a sci-fi or mystery? Ooh, I don't think we've had much mystery lately. That could be a fun one. Let's see. My touchy, it's green. Very green. Does it look good with my blue? Do I look good with the blue and the green? I think it looks good. But yeah, if you're up for a vote, I'm like, ooh, it's been a while since we got our critiquing goggles on for some mystery. That sounds neat. But yeah, so one of the things with the critique though is you also point out things you like. It's not all just bad things. A good critique partner is also pointing out things they like. And this was one of the things I had highlighted as like, ooh, I really like this idea, this detail. I think that's a really fun dynamic with the characters. Do you really think Sam is into Elias? Zeph asked. I mean, he's not the pushy type, but if Asmodeus... He trailed off, gesturing with his hands. The lantern on his desk flickered, and a shadow cast up on the tent wall. It was blurred. Elias wanted that, Gabe said. He wanted to prove something. Bringing up his dead brother had been too far. And to do it twice, Elias had a death wish. He wasn't Mike. No one was. But Elias would still share the same fate if Gabe didn't try to stop it. I think I had for parts of this, even though Gabe's perspective is interesting, I was like, oh, it almost feels like it's overly explaining stuff for me. Like I'm getting so much telling and explaining Gabe's point of view. We're explaining the brother dynamic. We're explaining he already knows that Elias isn't his brother. We're explaining that he's worried about stuff. We're explaining the demons and what Sam feels like to him. I was worried. I'm like, oh, I was worried we're too in Gabe's head rather than being in the moment of the scene. I remember that being coming up. I can't go through that again, Gabe thought. But I could. The ripples came again, sharp and amused. Amaymon was a sick bastard. Gabe expected nothing less from him. He still wanted to spit again. This one, when Amaymon's in, then I'm like, ooh, that really justifies Gabe's thoughts. The parts where it's Amaymon and they're going back and forth, I'm like, that's so compelling. Like having that something respond back to your thoughts, even when they're like your back thoughts, like the back of your head, you're trying not to think of them, but there's something in there like bringing them up and pointing them out and taunting you about it. Oh, that's so good. I love Amaymon here as a character, right? Like as far as being this compelling force in the narrative, talking with Gabe. I'm like, those are the parts when we're in Gabe's thoughts that I really like. You'd have to, Gabe said quietly, then louder as he continued. I'm heading to bed. I don't think we're gonna find him. Zeph gave him a nod, and then Gabe stepped out of the tent. Outside, the moon shone over the dark tents. I think I had tent and tents repeating. 4 seraphim to a tent, and only 5 tents now. Yeah, so tent was just repeated a little too often here. The other 3 weren't used anymore with no one to fill them. The fire was low, and it was quiet except for the sounds of ghouls shuffling in the ruins, and animals running. So many tents! Amaymon is vile, and you're pretty proud of his dialogue. He's so fun. It's so fun to read. It's kind of like some people like get confused, like, oh, should I have like a fun character? Like, what do you mean? And I mean the same way that like Azula in Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? She is evil. She's saying evil fucking shit. Her scenes are so fun and interesting, and they capture your attention as an audience because she's such a great presence, and she's leaning and she's being a great antagonist, right? She's fantastic every time she's on screen. So she's a fun character to watch. And in the same way here, I'm like, oh yeah, Maymon's being a great one. Sometimes it can get a little too like, oh, we're too much in Gabe's thoughts. But when it's a Maimon interacting with Gabe's thoughts, I'm like, this is great. I love it. 100% justified. I could eat that up. It's great. Let's see. For context, 4 Seraphim to a tent and only 5 tents now. Okay, so I think this finally gives us context for how many. I think I was like, oh, how many are in this group? I've asked that a few times in the work. I'm like, how big is this band? So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 Seraphim is in the group now. I'm not sure if that's including the Revenants, which is like Zeph and Gabe and Elias. I'm not quite sure. Oh wait, it's missing an animal? Oh my goodness. How many tents are pitched? These, you were never even a player. Right? Yeah, like her lines, Azula's lines are fantastic. She is so... Those are iconic scenes. They're amazing. They give a count later on, but it's referring to them losing some of them. Yeah. And I think that's just the one that's like, as a reader, I was trying to visualize how big is this warband. It describes them traveling earlier on when Sam's in the wagon. But even then, I was like picturing like a way bigger group. It's actually a smaller group than I had envisioned. So it's one of those things where I'm like, ooh, I wish there were some details or some explanations that I'm like, ooh, that's a good detail to include, but maybe earlier, or maybe to include at all. There's like little things I want more clarity on. But even this, I'm still like going off this. I'm like, ooh, but how is one of the tents the Revenants? Are like Gabe and Zeph and Elias tent mates? I was gonna say roommates. They kind of are. Or do they have their own tents? What's kind of the perk of being a leader, of being a Revenant, if you don't get your own tent? Let's see. The other 3 weren't used anymore, with no one to fill them. The fire was low, and it was quiet except for the sounds of ghouls shuffling in the ruins, and animals running. Ink can play! Ink can play, there's an animal! That's what you wanted! They weren't coming near. His chest would begin to pulse when they were too close. Sam knew about the horde outside of Rimview, though Zeph had hidden them. Very minor nitpicking. It's not a developmental edit. So most of this, if a paragraph is about a subject, like one scene or one subject, kind of thing, like either a scene in a fight scene or something like there's a format, there's an organization to paragraphs, and this is the TISM, because in the ADHD and the OCD potentially that I haven't been diagnosed with yet, but everyone keeps looking at me and goes, yeah, and I'm like, damn. I like the organization of stuff like this. So most of this paragraph is about describing the scenery and the environment. It's talking about how many tents there are. It's talking about the ghouls nearby. It's talking about his nearby environment. Here, his thoughts about like, oh, Sam knew about the horde outside of Rimview. That's going back. This is his thoughts again. What are you doing, you crazy-headed lettuce? Oh, sorry, it's Ghost. I think he realized there's a lizard outside a window. You could have a lamb deer. Oh no. So here, I see the transition of like, oh, his chest begins to pulse when they're too close. That makes him think of Sam, because she knew that the horde was nearby, because she has that same sense too. I see the transition between the two topics, but I'd rather have this be a separate paragraph, and maybe even be a longer paragraph of like, oh, his thoughts turned to Sam. She had sensed it. She knew that there was a horde outside. Though Zeph had hidden them. She must be a stronger candidate to be demon-possessed than he thought. There's more things here that he isn't aware of. Yeah, than having a Maimon here being a little shit in his head. But on just a technical level, I'm like, oh yeah, that should be a different paragraph. Though Zeph had hidden them. She also jumps when we draw near, a Maimon said. before she sees you. Like she knows you're there. She's ain't a revenant. Should it be she's ain't a revenant? Is that his voice? Has his voice been updated to that? Or should it be she ain't a revenant? Gabe said and started towards the wagons. The demon was right though. Something was off about her, besides being warm. Gabe passed Mark and Luke before he realized what wagon he was outside of. They both jumped at the sight of him, looking at each other and shifting their feet. Something was wrong. They were afraid of him. Gabe's stomach dropped and braced himself. Should it be... This is a copy edit. Maybe a line edit. I'm not sure. That's not my specialty. So Gabe's stomach dropped. This is talking about his stomach. The subject is the stomach. And braced himself. I know it's saying like Gabe braced himself, but I think since the subject was stomach, it's saying the stomach braced himself. On a technical level, that's what I think is happening. That's why it sounds off. So I think it should be Gabe's stomach dropped. And he braced himself. He referring to Gabe. Is it in past tense or present? Ooh, let me double check. I'm not always the best with tenses. Let's see. They both jumped at the sight of him. That's past. Looking at each other and shifting their feet. Something was wrong. They were afraid of him. Gabe's stomach dropped. And he braced himself. I think it's all past tense, right? That's all past tense. Was right. Yeah. I think that's I think it's past tense. Past tense. Yeah, okay. I'm not totally crazy. He peeked through the canvas and saw Sam and Elias just sitting next to each other. Elias on the other side of Sam on the tailgate. This one I think I've had as rephrase. I think you would have it as like longer. Like he peeked through the canvas. Period. Sam and Elias were just sitting next to each other. And then, like, I want that tone. I want that stronger voice coming through. Like, at least Elias had the fucking decency to be on the other side of Sam from the tailgate. Something like that. Like, I want that stronger voice. Like I say, they shitted their feet. Oh, no. Oh my god. Those kind of typos when we're writers and we're just like writing stories and stuff and we catch it and we're like, oh, alright, it's like a little silly, funny, haha thing. Has anyone else done that kind of shit when like, you're actually like doing like an important like message or you're like texting someone, you're sending an important work email? Or you're like a young kid and you just texted your mom and it accidentally autocorrected or like your fingers fumbled it and you accidentally sent your mom like a curse word and then your mom's over there like, I will fucking end you. I brought you into this life, I can take you out. Oh man. So as far as like where to do typos and stuff, I think I always preferred in our stories compared to anything else. One time I'd been typing up a thing. It was early 2020. They had just like temporarily got rid of all the staff, but we were still like technically like they were waiting for everything to be good so they could like bring the staff back. I can never make the mistakes I do. That's right. So but because there was still the Rona going around, they kept putting off. I had been a supervisor at Spencer's at the time, so they had opened it up to limited staff eventually, so they just wanted to bring in like a manager and like a supervisor or something like super small just to start opening the store again once they could. And they had offered me the job. My like bosses, or like whatever had like sent me an email offering me like, oh hey, like we want you to come back to Spencer's, we want you to help open up the store and be a supervisor, potentially a manager, to, you know, like hey, jingle, like anything to get you back over here in the middle of a pandemic, even though like it was still shit pay, all that stuff. And I meant to write an email back like, oh dear boss's name, I'm sorry, but at this time I don't feel comfortable returning back to work. Da 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 da. Here are the conditions. Here's that. So I'm gonna pass on this opportunity. Thank you so much for considering me, though. Potentially in the future, I was gonna write this nice email. So again, it started with, "Dear so and so, I'm sorry, right, but I can't accept the position." I typed out, "I'm sorry," and hold on, my lo-fi beats. And these fucking cats, fucking hell. Skip ads. No, go back to my lo-fi beats. Okay. I think I have it good. I think you guys can hear the lo-fi beats again. I think. So, I typed out, "I'm sorry," because I was gonna reject the thing. The cats jumped up onto the keyboard, gave a little keyboard smash, and then sent it. Sent the fucking email to my boss's boss. So they literally got an email that said, "Dear boss's name, I'm sorry." Nothing else. Why are my cats such fucking assholes? I just wish I could be in the room when they opened up that email, like, saw that. They'd be like, "Think, did this bitch mean to send us this email? What?" I was, like, desperately trying to, like, type up and, like, resend an email in time, but they had already... You could tell that they were, like, so confused by it. They didn't send me, like, a follow-up email. They actually called me. It had only been like a minute or two. I'm still like typing out like the second sentence of the proper email. I'm trying desperately to like catch up and be like, "No, I'm so sorry. My cat hit send. I meant to say like thank you for the opportunity, but I'm sorry. I can't take it at this time." I was desperate. I was typing a million words a second. I was going. They fucking called me. My official work phone. Not work phone. On the phone I had given my employment. They like called me so that I... My boss's boss on the phone. I'm over there. I was still like my pajamas and stuff. I was not ready. I was just like, a phone call takes like 1,000% of your mental energy. I had already been using like 75% of it to write an official email. Now I had to use 1,000% of it. Oh my god. Horrible conversation. I was really, I'm so sorry. My cat jumped on and hit enter. I'm so sorry. And they were like, "Oh, well, what is your how are we feeling about returning back to the workforce? What opportunities would you like to do?" They were so like tight-lipped and not amused. It was intentional. Yeah, I should have just owned it. I should have been like, "Bye, bitches. I quit." But I didn't know I was fully quitting at the time. So, oopsie. Elias was on the other side of Sam from the tailgate. Gabe watched. It felt wrong, but he needed to see. They held hands, and Elias gave Sam's knuckles a kiss. For a brief moment, he saw Mike and Layla, his brother's wife. So here, I think it's just slightly different. I think the commas are used here. I think something else should be used instead. Like clarify, for a brief moment he saw his brother Mike and Layla. His wife, which his wife would then make it sound like it's Gabe's wife rather than Mike's wife. He'd been in this position before. "That ship has sailed for you," Amemon teased. "You've caused more pain for her than anyone here, and will continue to do so. Humans are all hypocrites. Killing your brother, and then falling into the same pit?" Amemon bristled with excitement. "You couldn't have Layla. You can't have Sam." I was afraid it would sound like Layla was right. Yeah, I'm realizing that. I'm like, ooh. Like how... There has to be some way to rephrase this. But yeah, I see some of the potential ways to rephrase it. It makes it sound like Layla was then Gabe's wife and not Mike's wife. So there might be like having to like reword or re-finagle the paragraph a bit to make it more clear. I'm not quite sure. But again, Amemon is OP here. Love his scenes. Gabe stepped away from the wagon and flashed across the camp. He appeared in front of his tent and grabbed the pole supporting it. His other hand clawed his mask off of his face and gulped down deep breaths of air. The rhythmic thud of his heart pounded in his ears. With a grunt, his knees gave out and he fell into the dry grass. It's too late, Gabe gasped. Nothing I say is going to stop them. So he's more like your twin than you are, it seems. And that's where the scene ends, but the chapter keeps going. So I'm going to stop here real quick just to reformulate. I think I had as like a potential warning. Hold on, let me see here. Let's see. I have notes here. I think Gabe's demon could be even meaner at some points in the chapter. I did have that, I think, because when Amemon's responding to him, those scenes when we're in Gabe's head were interesting. But sometimes we're in Gabe's head and there's not Amemon speaking, and I'm like, ooh, we're just a lot in Gabe's thoughts and Gabe's emotions and Gabe's visions and memories and stuff, and his explanations for those thoughts and his explanations for his actions. I'm like, it's okay if everything's not spelled out exactly for the reader, especially at this time, especially since Sam doesn't know this, and our main character is Sam, even if we're alternating between some other characters. You can do that. It's fun having a main character, ain't it? So I was like, ooh, I was almost worried. I had this as a potential thing. It's not a edit or a critique yet, because again, I want to finish the work more and see if it pays out, to see what scenes are the shift in POVs necessary or not. Wow, my model just flipped out there for a second. Okay. But it's just a potential thing I'm keeping track of. Well, I'm worried that sometimes this change in point of view, going from Sam to Gabe or Sam to Elias or anything else like that, is used not because we, the readers, need that change in point of view, right? It's not a necessary point of view. It's not super plot relevant, but more used as a device for the author to explain things. Like you're worried that people aren't interested in Sam discovering stuff or being confused or being in the dark about stuff, so then you have to pivot, show another character's point of view to explain to the readers, like, look, Gabe's not evil, he has this evil demon in his head. Oh look, this is why he's thinking and beating up Elias, but he's not bad, he's just dealing with this, and he's worried about stuff repeating. I'm worried it's being used to explain things to the reader, when it's okay for the readers to not know this. We're okay with thinking like, oh yeah, there is some tension here between Gabe and Elias, even if that assumption is wrong. Now, does that mean get rid of this? No, because there are parts of this I like, and there could be scenes later on with both Gabe and Elias where I'm like, oh yeah, their point of views, their time to shine here are so necessary. It makes sense that we have these earlier chapters from their point of views to establish that, we ship who's the main character. And that we see that all play off. But I'm worried a little bit. I'm like, keep an eye out on it. I'm watching it. Because if we're in another character's point of view, I don't want to just be in their head for most of it. Especially repeating a scene, which is Elias and Sam having the little hand kiss in the back of the wagon, that we already had from Sam's point of view. So I just want to make sure I'm like, I don't want it to be repetition. I don't want it to be just an excuse to explain Gabe's character. Sam might never discover Gabe's motives, and that's okay. Hi, Arya. Oh, hey, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How was the programming stream? Did you get a lot of stuff done? Oh my goodness. So let's see. That's some of my thoughts for this one. What did I have on my notes for this part? I said, for the summary, Gabe's point of view introduces his demon in his voice, him seeing Elias and Sam holding hands, his emotional crash out, and then Zeph coming in later. Oh, okay, that's later. That's in the next half. StreamYard? You accomplished basically nothing. No. That's one of the things. That's why I don't write too much on stream anymore, because it was so hard to actually be productive with my writing on stream. It's really hard. I thought to myself, hey, that one other viewer was hanging out and vibing with you. That's how it all starts. Yeah. They were doing a programming stream. Gabe didn't sleep that night. Amemon was too active in his mind, feeding on guilt and anger. Every time he tried to close his eyes, the image of Sam and Elias kissing by the fire flooded his head. He tossed and turned on his cot until the sun began to rise, and the faint presence of the ghouls faded with it. And so there's a reason programming streams aren't a big thing. It's hard to be entertaining. A lot of it's just staring at a screen trying to figure out why the code isn't working. Hey, listen, don't knock yourself out. I mean, we're doing a critique group stream. I was doing a writing my own story, my own rough draft stream before that in November, where it was like people, even in the beginning when before Let's Plays and like those gaming streams really took off, the big thing before they became popular and more mainstream was people like, why would I want to watch somebody else play a game? I would just play the game. Why would I watch somebody else play the game and I can't play it? Those were all like, yeah, how can you be entertaining while you do it? So who knows, maybe you'll break out and you'll be the most entertaining programmer there ever was. So it'll be something interesting to see your thoughts on those, but it will be a while out. Oh, good, and that's why I say, like, don't, just because I'm paying attention to stuff now, doesn't mean like, oh god, Cryptid's noticing this, Cryptid has worries, I should delete it immediately. Like, no, I'm explaining my thought process as someone who's giving this a kind of light edit look over, as well as like tracking interest and engagement and stuff, readers engagement and stuff like that, right? Like keeping track of things. This is one of the things I'm keeping track of. If it pays off later, it pays off later and it works. I'm just keeping track, like, hey, does it pay off later? Is it necessary? Or is it going to be something I advise later on, like, hey, this might be a hard edit, but I think some of the stuff has to be cut. I haven't decided yet. I haven't gotten there yet, but it's something I'm tracking. So you chat and put it in the Discord. Sorry. I think just because I'm also streaming now too, I don't think too many people are watching the Discord as much while I'm like actively on stream. I think Discord's more populated when like before and after stream. So I'm sorry. Like I said, if you had a really long stream and I like ended early, I'd been like, oh yeah, like let's go watch Arya's stream. I would have been fine to raid you, but this is this is turning into a longer stream. I'm a night owl. It happens. Let me take a sippy. Oh, what was the other note I had here? There's a note, I didn't want to step away from it. Hold on. I think I had circled this and got highlighted this, and I was like, Gabe, you're so dramatic. I think I was like, Gabe, I didn't have this as part of your personality at first. You're such a drama kid. Were you a theater kid? I was like, Gabe. Oh, you need to be up early tomorrow anyways? Oh, I'm so sorry. Especially since you said you were up early today too, right? Oh, I hate that. I was up early for both days when the first day I tried to donate plasma, and then the second day I actually could. Oh my god. He's very dramatic when he's alone. my little drama king over here. My theater nerd. Gabe, I love you. It's okay. But I just remember how I like little jokes in the side margins here, like, Gabe, I know they could possibly horrifically be killed and murdered in front of you for their transgressions of having kissy face in the future. But like, damn, Gabe. A little bit much. I was like, it's such an extreme reaction. Let's see. Especially that it's too late. Nothing I say is gonna stop them. I'm like, Gabe, your friend just kissed her knuckles. If you really wanted to separate them, you fucking could. 69, nice. Yeah, he'd be the one forced to kill him. Yeah, and I'm like, I know it's like kind of extreme. They'll be murdered. You'll have to kill them. It's like a lot of things, but also like buddy. I think you went from 0 to 1,000 so fast, Gabe. Gabe, you have my heart. But my heart, I think you were a theater major before the end of the world. Oh, my baby. I love him. Hearing a Maimon say all these terrible things in his mind and tormenting him, I'm like, oh, I love him. I keep realizing things about myself from reading about male characters that you guys write and realizing which ones I like or don't, and I'm like, god damn it. This is things about myself I didn't want to know. I think he actually cries in this more than Sam does. I love it. 100%. 100% Cryptid approved. I love it. Don't change that at all. Keep it. Make him cry more. Make Sam cry less, make Gabe cry more. Take some of Sam's crying scenes, give them to Gabe. He can cry for her. Sam's too much of a badass anyway. She's got stuff to do. She's got hot girl stuff to do in the post-apocalypse. I'm just a little gremlin having jokey jokes with the characters here. Don't listen to me. In the dull gray of the false dawn, Zeph rushed into Gabe's tent. The canvas snapped as he pushed through the tent flaps. Okay, so then yeah, it's Gabe's tent specifically. So I think either Gabe at least has his own tent, or maybe all of the Revenants have their own tents. Everyone else has to be tent mates, but these guys get their own. Pushed through the tent flaps. His normally neat hair was a mess. His bun hung loose and his beard was pushed in all directions. The map was clutched in his fist. There was a rider in the night, he huffed. Gabe shot up and snatched the map from him. Red marks ticked off several roads going forward. A black cross next to several towns. Several and several. The vanguard. They've left the mountains and are sending riders east. Listen, I grew up being a Tumblr girly. I was in the Tumblr fandom stuff way early. This is what we do with our little characters. When we like them, we're just like, tee-hee. This is my new squish toy. I'm gonna destroy them. I'm gonna make funny baby girl edits of them. And I'm gonna put them into horrible scenarios. And I'll love them more. That was just the Tumblr fandom space. I don't know what to tell you. Do it, do it, do it. So one of the things that I think I had questions of, there was a rider in the night, but I mean, Zeph is rushing in now. That makes it sound, I don't think like a rider came in like a couple hours ago during the night. And then like Zeph was just like waiting outside being stressed, being like, oh god, I gotta go tell Gabe, but I can't interrupt his beauty sleep. He had a really dramatic night last night. He sang a whole opera. I can't interrupt him. He needs to rest his vocal cords. More than like, since it's the rush, I don't think it was during the night. I think a rider just came in. They've left the mountains and are sending riders east, right? Just slightly changing it because it slightly throws off the timeline if it was in the night and now it's dawn. Gabe snorted. So they ain't just waiting for us to cross. They're hunting us. If they heard about Rimville, Zeph said, then they know we're close. If they got scouts, they know where we are. Gabe ran a hand over his head and studied the map. There a way around them? Only one that won't add more than a week to our trip. Zeph sighed and pulled the map from Gabe's hands. His breath was thin and his fingers shook. Here, he pointed to a valley that ran south from the road they were on. I'm gonna go send an Eden. I'm gonna pause here. So, here. I have it. I think I have it in a few other chapters too, but I'm like, ooh. Especially in this time when it's the two characters going back and forth. They will be split up by a little bit of character interaction. You know, yeah, there's this dialogue between Zeph and Gabe here. Gabe ran a hand over his head and studied the map. A slight description. Oh, his breath was thin as his fingers shook. There's like little bits to describing the map, things like that. I kind of wish there was a little bit more in between it. Especially because, like, again, it's this cool post-apocalyptic world. I want to know what these characters are like. I want to know, like, even Gabe is waking up right now from sleep. We know what his gear looks like during the day. He has a mask, he has all the Revenant Guard type stuff. They look a little different from the other Seraphim. But, like, what do their pajamas look like? Is he just in, like, a shift or a wife beater and, like, boxer shorts that have been stitched over with, like, 200 patches on it to keep them from falling apart? Because nothing's new in this world, right? Everything's falling apart, falling to shit. Yeah, what does his face look like? I think the faces would be described earlier. Again, this is, like, chapter 7. But, yeah, some of the faces, like, earlier on. What do... Are there lanterns that they're lighting? What kind of tent is it? Stuff like that. I know there's like a pole in the center, so I kind of think almost like historical, like SCA, like reenactment tents. It's got half a Chelsea smile with wide features and gray eyes. For the record, yeah. But just like little things, like I want a little bit more descriptions throughout. There's a minimum here. It is broken up. It's not just dialogue back and forth. It's not just a wall of text of dialogue. It's broken up a little bit. But I think there are some things you could lean in and describe and fill out this world and these characters a bit more. Like I said, like what is we know he's coming into his tent. It's Gabe's tent. What's in Gabe's tent? What does Gabe's bed look like? Is it a little makeshift fold-up bed? They can't have too many clothes to package, so do they just have, like, a night set and then, like, 1 or 2 day clothes that they alternate between? I love when people launch fireworks a week later that they lose a stash. Right? I know, there was a big thing, a lot of people, for like political reasons, weren't necessarily lighting fireworks on 4th of July. So this year especially, I think we have a lot of people lighting fireworks either before or after, but not necessarily on 4th of July. Surprisingly, like again, Florida, we have like fireworks all the fucking time, leading up to and after 4th of July. This year, it was so fucking quiet in comparison, which I loved. I'm like, yeah, I don't really love the sound of fireworks going off all the time, constantly, for like days on end. But it was still wild in comparison. Like, that's crazy. Starts on Easter here. And think of that. But I imagine they'd need to change on their clothes, would stand on their own. I even had things like, it's in my notes. Hold on. So my paper notes that you can't see because it's on paper because I'm a weird and old grandma cryptid. I was like, oh, since Sam's wagon, when Sam's hanging out in the wagon, especially since that wagon originally only had 1 prisoner, it originally only had Jezzy in it, and we're not really described like many other items in that wagon. It's literally just a wagon carrying 1 prisoner, and then it increases to carry Jezzy and Bo and Sam, so it's 3 people in this wagon. And then it goes back down to 1 with just Sam because the other 2 escaped. But it's not really holding or carrying anything else much that I can remember, and I'm like, that's a lot of effort and resources and time and energy spent carrying a wagon that was sometimes empty, sometimes just carrying 1 person, sometimes carrying max of 3, but then back down to 1. I was like, ooh, that would really, this is showing how much of a fabric nerd I am, like, that would be a great place for laundry. Because you can't store weapons. I can throw the tents in there. Oh. You can throw the tents in there. Yeah, the tents in there. You can't throw weapons in there. Because then you'd be worried about the prisoners getting, the weapons. You can't throw food in there because then you would worry about the prisoners either eating all the food or tampering with the food and poisoning it. So it has to be general stuff you still need to carry, but that you're not worried about them messing with. So yeah, the laundry that could be hanging up, like if they washed it before, that's hung up on a little line on the side, and then it's just air drying in the fucking hot sun, in the wind while they're driving the wagon. That would be one thing. The tents in there is another thing. I'm like, there should be still supplies in the wagon, just not anything useful or that they're worried about the prisoners getting their hands on. And that would be a thing in there. I had that little note. Laundry that the prisoners can lounge on. Where I just leaned back on the little pile of stinky clothes. Oh my god. And that can even be why so many of them have a similar kind of outfits, because if you're doing piles of laundry out on the road, you can't necessarily be like, oh, well, that's my gray t-shirt, that's my Mickey Mouse shirt, those are my Tinkerbell pajama pants. You know, you can't have all that stuff. There are a lot of the other Seraphim are kind of wearing the same style of clothes, so it could even just be like I think they're all wearing like cool black ripped up clothes or something, right? They could all have like more adjustable, easily fitted, easily to put on anyone. Okay, everyone, get into your lounge pants, except for the guard, right? The scouts would still be wearing their normal stuff. But everyone else, their stuff gets washed when they all get dirty after a raid or something. And then they wear the second outfit, and then it's the pile of laundry. And then the next day when they all shift out their clothes, everyone, like, grabs from the pile something that fits. I'll be honest, I don't have much of a sense of smell. I need to remember that people can smell things more than I can. I'm so bad. I don't have a strong sense of smell, but I can still smell some things. The other thing is I have a picky sense of smell. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, and hey, I hope you like hanging out with the Cryptid cult. I have a very picky thing. Like, a lot of perfumes, even if other people think they're nice, I still think they're really bad. I'm really picky about perfumes, like, more than most people. A lot of, like, cooking that people say smells good, I'm like, oh, it's too strong. I get very queasy and sick from some cooking smells very easily. Ooh, 340 already? Oh my goodness, I was telling Roots a few days ago, I'm like, oh yeah, we're almost at, like, the 350 range. Like, that's so exciting. It still feels kind of like a dream, and like I'm gonna like blink one day and it was all like an illusion, and I'll look back and I have just like 2 bot followers or something. Oh my god, it has happened. Hello, Pumpkin, it's so nice to have you here. I used to be able to hear my heartbeat. Oh my god, yeah, especially when I have like anxiety or like stuff like that, I can hear it. But that's like some like little details to think about. Okay, like what are the logistics of this group of people traveling, being on the road for days? They're having days, they're getting food, they're scavenging, right? They're pillaging the other towns and stuff, getting resources. So it makes sense. Okay, they have food. They're even hunting later on. They like hunt a boar or not a boar, a cow. They hunt a cow, and the cook was excited about that. I remember that in a later chapter. So they're hunting and scavenging along the way. They're also pillaging any areas. They're getting food. They're getting some resources. That's probably also how they're getting any extra ammunition. But there are just the logistics of their travel. How are they feeding the horses? How are they... Wait, are there horses? Yes, there are. You actually made diagrams and then just never looked at them again. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, clean clothes. Again, they're in a post-apocalypse. They sometimes you would have the thing of like, oh, how are they like bathing and washing all the time? They're in a post-apocalypse. They're probably not like bathing, washing too often. But even then, like comfy clothes are a must. Taking care of the horses is a must. Hi, Baba. It's okay. It's Grandma and Grandpa Cryptid coming back. Hello, welcome home. You guys are scaring poor Baba Bean. That's true. But yeah, certain things like that, the logistics of this travel, and what would they need to do that, and how would they arrange the moving band to keep that up. That can later on they I think abandon the wagons, and then they're all just on horseback, in a couple of chapters, and that could be a big thing of now they have to actually toss a lot of the supplies they had. They had to toss the extra tents that they're not using. They had to toss maybe extra clothes, extra supplies, extra foods that they physically cannot carry, because now they're just carrying everything not in wagons. It's in backpacks, it's on supply packs, and the horses. It's whatever you can physically carry, and the rest of them aren't demons. You seem to be procrastinating at the moment. I should just write, hey, whatever makes you feel productive. Sometimes, yeah, if I'm stuck on stuff, I'll just like clean up for a while because I'm procrastinating something else, like doing math for the business, figuring out different things I have to do. And then other times I don't want to be cleaning, so instead I'll procrastinate and be really working on writing or stuff for the business or social media posts and stuff like that. It just depends, whatever keeps you productive. Maybe that's just the ADHD though. I don't know. But otherwise, I think that's where I'm going to stop it for now. If you want to resubmit, and then we can finish this chapter another day. But later on, it's revealed that they're talking about going to Eden. They're going to this place that's spooky and scary for reasons. Even to these people who have these cool demon powers. Trying to write a pony fanfic? Ooh, I've come across a moment where I was tempted to say right on the money. But then I remember that they call their currency bits, so I've come with writing with your bit. That sounds weird. Oh no. Oh yeah, that does sound a little off. Could they... I think they use bits as like in exchange for like dollars. Like it's the type of currency they have. The same way like there's different types of currencies like yen versus dollar versus stuff like that. So maybe you could still use right on the money, because bits is just a type of money. Eden is your pride and joy for horror later on. Ooh, I'm excited. I think I have here, let me look at my notes. I said the first half was slower because it's a lot of like being in Gabe's mind. It's explaining things to the reader. Maimon spices that up a little bit, but the parts where we don't have a Maimon, I'm like, it's a little slow. We're repeating a scene that we've already seen from Sam's point of view. The first half of this is a little bit slower, as in general. Second half was more interesting and engaging. This is just me revealing I'm trash. Sorry, everybody. You're seeing my notes. I meant just for Hyde and Heart to read and realize how trash I am, but you guys are going to hear it too. I said half my brain wants Zeph and Gabe to kissy face. Okay, more than half. Still want Zeph to have a stronger personality. I wrote, at this time, as a reader, I know stuff that explains it a little bit more later, but at this time as a reader, I'm confused why they're not going back for Jezzy and Bo. But whatever, I know it explains that like Sam's pull is stronger than the other two's, but I'm still like, they could still go back for them. And I think Gabe's demon could be meaner. Those are my main notes for this. Let's see. Because I see the reason why I put like, oh, maybe Gabe and Zeph could be kissy face. Like there's something here. I was looking for the B plot. Right now the B plot is kind of, Gabe is trying to tear apart Elias and Sam because he's worried about what happened with his twin brother repeating. But he, even knowing that context, his reactions are so extreme, so over the top, almost seeming a little too early, compared to like me placing them a little later on when they are more committed to each other. So I could even be like, oh, like a potential B plot to kind of support, to kind of parallel the story with Sam and Elias, who are, Elias is like really, really wanting a relationship, and Sam's kind of faking a relationship right now for survival. I had the idea of like, oh, maybe Gabe could also want a romance. He could also want a partnership with another character like Zeph, because he's the main other character that he has interacted with. And then he could be mad seeing Elias acting dumb, openly pursuing Sam and doing all the stuff with Sam, when Gabe is worried and has been keeping any wants of a relationship secret because he's seen what happens with his brother. B plot, they find a talking deer. We have the news about the Vanguard can come soon. That's another thing, yeah. And then it forces them to have to move on and leave them behind. I think that's a great fix for why aren't they pursuing Jesse and Bo? Oh wait, shit, the Vanguard's right on our asses. We gotta leave Jesse and Bo behind, but at least we have Sam. That makes it sense. That adds the rising tension better, and that explains why they gotta leave behind. I do like that fix. So yeah, that would fix like, oh, why aren't they pursuing these two? They still could. I like that as a fix. But yeah, this was just me like spitting out ideas for like B plots, like how could we have more parallels between, and to give more depth, like Gabe and Zeph. My brain dead mind. I was like, oh, make them gay. Make Gabe want to have kissy face with Zeph. Is that a valid one? Nah, you can toss it into the garbage can if you want. But that's what my brain's looking for. I'm looking for more context, more strings to add background to Gabe's dynamic. Cryptid, why do you do this to me? Gabe and Zeph, it's there now in my head. Like, in a good way, like you'll do it, or like in a bad way, like you're like, no, Cryptid, you cursed me. Blah. It could just be so fun. It could be so fun. Him looking over and realizing like, oh, I really want a relationship with this other revenant, but I can't because I saw what happened with my brother. And then he's looking at Elias, who also knows what happened with Gabe's brother. And Elias is just throwing caution to the wind. He's like, no, I love Sam. Sam's the best. Sam's so warm. I'm gonna go hug Sam. I'm gonna go kissy face with Sam in front of everyone. And then he's seeing someone doing the opposite of what he's doing with the same information. He's like, no! Yes, it's in a good way. My fingers itch to put it in. Good, look what Hayden is adding. Oh, wait, what? Let's see. What happened? What happened? Was it at the top? What happened? Was it down here? No, you don't realize my mind is going brr. Already adding points and hits. You can always count on Cryptid to suggest to make it more gay. That's what you get for having a girlie who grew up on Tumblr fanfics and stuff as a young preteen and teenager. Hayden's adding a deer. I hate to tell you this, Ink and Play, but this is a post-apocalyptic setting. I think a lot of the animals are for food. I think your deer's gonna get a... You're gonna add a talking deer for Ink. It will deliver prophecy. I had the perfect place for it. I love it. You think we should tell the animals? Nah, let them find out organically. Let them find out. This is a magical talking deer with a prophecy. It can't die. I'm glad you guys have Heidenheart's getting all the ideas today. It's they're getting a new deer character. They're making new characters gay that weren't before. Just it's a Frank-deer. It's a Franken-deer. We're all just like sitting back in the director's chair being like, yes, once more with feeling, add this, add that. But not an evil deer. Well, it's a demon deer. That's like a little evil. It's a deer that saves the ocean. These are all original characters. This is the original thing. I can play. Demons aren't always evil. They gotta prove it. Nadia has gift. Simply consume. Everything will regrow. Oh my god, you guys are all writing a new horror story right as we speak. But otherwise... Oh, I gave this a higher rating than I may remember. I rated this 7 to 8 for this chapter, which is still pretty good. But I did have the part of like, oh yeah, if it had all been the beginning. I think the thing that upped it was the ending mentioning Eden and all the tension and the spooky factors of like what's gonna happen in Eden. But just if that ending hadn't included Eden, I think the rating was gonna be a lot lower. Like the first half was slower and we were repeating scenes and we were very much in Gabe's head. But yeah, with the Eden ending, and the fact of the vanguard's coming for them and is hunting them and they have to go to the spooky zone, that upped the interest rating for the chapter to like back up to 7 and 8. Maybe some Zeph and Gabe tension, and that will fix that. Yeah, then I think that will actually like make this a much stronger chapter. We'll fix one question I had as a reader. I fixed that little plot hole of like, oh, why aren't they going after Jesse and Bo? But then not just make this an okay chapter, then I think it'll make it a really, really strong chapter. Now, do you have to do that fix right now? No, just write a little note about it. Because again, I haven't finished the piece yet. By the end of I read it all, who knows what bigger fixes I could suggest instead. There could be anything like a big fix, like, oh yeah, all of Gabe's point of view chapters have to go. And then you'll be like, God damn, Cryptid, I already fixed Gabe's point of view chapter like 7 times because of you. I don't want you to do that. So make a note of it, make your suggestions and your fixes and your ideas like in little notes. But I wouldn't worry about like fixing everything too much yet until you get all the notes. You're gonna write scenes that might be tossed, but you're gonna write them anyway. Oh, see, I like how you started off this chat being like, oh yeah, I'm like stuck, I'm gonna write more garlic and gunpowder, I'm gonna work over there. And now I was just over here as the little blue gremlin like, psst, make these characters gay. And now you're over here like, oh boy, making them gay, yeah, give me more of that cocaine shit, let's go. Listen, when in doubt, give me more grown men yaoi. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. But otherwise, that's where I'm pausing there, because before my voice goes too much, I want to make sure we still have time for Zatara. So let me fix this. Let's see if Zatara is still here, because I know they were here earlier, but then I told them that it would be... Oh. It'd be at the... We're at 17 times now. Is the edit fixed? Wait, what do you mean? What edit fixed? Oh, hey, Zatara. Yes, you are still here. Wonderful, wonderful. Let me restart my lo-fis. Let me... Hide and Heart, since we haven't finished your chapter, and I know you're going to resubmit it, I'll just leave it. So you don't need to resubmit. I'm leaving your chapter in right now, so you're all good. You are all good. That saves you some effort. Death's Head. Honeyboy Zatara. Got it. This is continuation of your pirate story. Zatara _85. Yes, it fits there. Wonderful. It fits there. It's pirates, it's Lovecraftian horror, there's spy games, it's adventure, pulp, horror, and mystery. The captain is now looking for a broker to give him some answers to the strange artifact he won, and totally legit gambling means. You say this is your first attempt at writing a spy character. I want to make sure the pacing is tight, the back and forth feels diegetic. So am I saying that right? And the stretch and release feels right. General feedback is also welcome. Got it. Fun scene. Pirates. So many fun things today. Let's see. Character has amnesia now. Thank you always, Hide and Heart, for submitting your piece here and getting all this critique and getting all this feedback and really like going through with the deeper comment and like dissecting things apart and hearing ideas and hearing that spaghetti on the wall and playing with us back and forth on what to do with the piece. It's always sometimes when you have like a newer writer, like I'm always like gentler at first because I don't know how much feedback or critique they want. But I think when like editors or critique partners and like a writer like match, when they kind of like are on the same wavelength or at least a close enough wavelength, I think it gets a lot more comfortable, and then you can like kind of spitball a lot of ideas out and a lot of like notices out, and it doesn't hurt people's feelings, or at least hopefully it doesn't, and so it just kind of gets those creative gears going again, like oh yeah that's a good idea, or oh not that one, that's not right, oh but maybe this instead. It's going to reveal what happens in the plot, but its prophecy will be dismissed, but the reader will remember. Oh, you can't stop. This is gonna be so much fun. You're screaming internally and positively. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's so fun. I think this is kind of like when I was considering like being an editor, and I was like considering like going back and forth on paying for the course and getting the certificate and studying and stuff and trying to research how to do stuff. I was like, but I want to be the type of editor that I would want to have. I want to have those reactions. I want to have those same reactions when I've had great, fantastic critique partners, when I've had someone who's on the same wavelength as my brain and saw what I was trying to do and made the piece even better and had better plot ideas and had cool ideas and stuff to add and change and fix and tweak. And it just turned my writing level constantly up and up. My creativity was keeping up. Everything. It's such a fun dynamic when you kind of have someone that like matches the vibe, matches your wavelength in your brain. And that was really when I spent the money to like study and do all the coursework and stuff and try and go on this crazy adventure that's being a developmental editor. I was like, that's what I want to have. That's the kind of vibe I want to like achieve again and what I want to offer people. That would be so cool if I get to have that. And I'm so excited that seems to be what's happening here. I'm like, yay, I get the vision. I have I'm doing all these jokes, and sometimes when you're like being public, when you're like on screen, when you're being recorded and stuff, you're like, oh, can I make these jokes? Is this too much? Is this gonna be out of context? But I think generally you're like, oh no, like I see the joke, I see it. Gabe is dramatic. He is this overly dramatic character. Elias is so silly. He would say like California Girls, all this different stuff. 69 noise points. Ooh woo. Huge congrats, Zoe. I'm like kind of sweating a little bit, like, oh god, what am I gonna have as a big redeem for like 100 points? Not 100 points, 100k points. You ready for me to read about a deer? Listen. I read what you guys give me. If you want to have something with a deer, you gotta tell people to start submitting deer stories. Spindigo emo? Wait, what? You have 1,000 points? Ooh. You got 68,000 more points to go to catch up with Zoe. If anyone's wondering why Archie Archives in the Cryptid Roots universe has like infinite glitch amount of Roots coins, this is why. It's a reflection of Zoe in real life. Having all the Roots coins. What do you think of if you become the first Roots coins millionaire? Wouldn't that be crazy? What's your recommendation for big spending? Yeah, I'm looking for ideas for redeems for like the big, like 100k or even like going back in like a 50k like redeem. I think that will be really fun. I want to go, but it's spin. You spin me right round, baby, right round. No, I said I would focus this time for Zatra. Everyone's trying to distract me. No, we're all gonna focus. Everyone give ideas for redeem suggestions in chat, but otherwise I'm gonna focus. 3 outs. I'm gonna focus. Zatra, do you remember what page we left off on? Oh, I think it's around here. They're in a alleyway, and they're trying to summon somebody, and there's a certain like thing with the marbles that will allegedly summon this person, and I was like, ooh, this is so cool, this is so unique, this absolutely gets me. Are you okay if I reread the marble scene? Because I think it's so fun. I really do. I really like it a lot, and I think for anyone who maybe missed it last time, it's a cool scene to have read. Garrison, Alistair said, addressing his midshipman by his first name. How many times can you bounce a marble between those alleyway walls? Wilkes squinted past Alistair's shoulder. Oh. Maybe about 10 times? I'll see who has more practice then. The captain was almost giddy. From his pocket emerged a handful of marbles. He upturned a bucket and carefully set them to rest within its bottom rim. The alleyway they halted at could very well be lined with bear traps, with the way the cold wind blew through. You still haven't said what number we're aiming for, said Wilkes, tightening up the bandana on his head and winding up his shoulder for throwing. Knock yourself out, boss lady. Okay, break! I'm funny. I got jokes for days. I got jokes for days. But tish. There's a liaison. A runaway, some believe. He's normally invisible, but he does shift about in this neighborhood. Wilkes scowled. What business do we even have with them? Does he have a name? He asked, giving a marble a few vertical tosses to warm up the wrist. Brookso, Alistair replied, winding up with a full lift of his leg before flinging a marble hard down the alleyway. Exactly 1 bounce. Zoe, you did the math? It would take you 6 years and 10 months, or 3 years and 11 months, to earn 1 million roots coins. Wait, why is it 6 years or 3 years? What's the deciding factor between if it's 6 years or 3 years to earn 1 million roots coins? That's interesting. That's like double. Exactly 1 bounce. And the marbles? The crew will never let you hear the end of it if you lost them all here. A chuckle escaped the midshipman's words as he wound up and flung his own marble. 4 rebounds. Oh, a passive versus active viewer. How can we game the system to make Zoe the first millionaire for roots coins in like a more reasonable time, even like a year? Let's see. So if you're an active viewer and it takes 3 years and 11 months, could you be gambling? Oh, we could rig the system and do the gambling bit to earn you more coins. We could absolutely have a ring of gambling and setting you up. Oh my god. Oh yeah, losing your marbles is for going crazy or senile. Yeah. Let's see. Where was I? 4 rebounds. Oh, hey.
Auntie Cryptid. You have jokes for days. I heard Voldemort is just a little girl wanting a tea party. He has a diary, a tiara, a teacup, a necklace, a magical pet, a ring, and is obsessed with a boy. His crush on this boy was soul-splitting. I have jokes for days. I do. I'm so funny. I entertain myself all the time with my jokes. No one else is laughing, but hey, at least I'm laughing. That means I'm funny. Hey, little Matthew and his friends can recover them for a few pennies. And he'd best belay that yarn, midshipman. Alistair swung much tighter, the marble immediately meeting close to the corner for about 5 rebounds. He drew a breath, waking some sweat from his brow. He had a mind to hang his long coat on a nearby clothesline, but he knew it vanished right into the night. 13 is what summons him. Allegedly. Garrison shot Alistair a sideways glance. Who even has that kind of throwing arm in the Caribbees? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, we could absolutely rig the system. You could steal everyone else's points. Like a true millionaire would. Did I tell about the Beaver family? What happened with the Beaver family? Is this a good story? We can all contribute to Zoe's rise to power, to being a real-life millionaire. Their boots pivoted and twisted in the dirt and eroded tabby dust. Minutes ticked by as they felt their joints grow limber. Throwing marbles proved gratifying, but they were nowhere close to 13 wall bounces. The alleyway seemed to yawn wider, mocking them in their inebriation. A beaver family has been frequenting this restaurant, but every time they sat down, they would look over the menu for ages. Eventually, the wait staff had to take their menus and would bring them out something from the menu. This went on for a week until the manager heard their indecisive habit. Concerned that they weren't enjoying the meals, the manager confronted the family. Beavers can't be choosers? I don't think that's the strongest. I know it's trying to be a beggars can't be choosers type thing, but I don't know if that's close enough to be a badum-tish. I think that one's a little forced. I don't know. What does everyone else in chat think? Do you guys? Am I being too harsh on the joke? Maybe I'm too uppity. Maybe I'm not the right audience. Eventually, the underside of the bucket had no more marbles to surrender. The two men panted as they leaned on their knees. You old farts. Alistair's hand brushed the relic as he withdrew a pocket watch from his coat. 45 minutes had gone by. These two losers, I love them. Blatant barnacles, Alistair snarled as he drew iron. Garrison's eyes widened, unsure if he should step in and stop him or not. Alistair already fired before Garrison could speak, and they forgot to breathe as their eyes fibbed to them both. Oh, wait, what? Is their eyes fibbed? Is their eyes lied to them? It was only by a mix of red and yellow sparks that they realized the lead ball, beyond any drunken assessment of physics, had ricocheted 13 times before exiting the other side of the alley. The two looked at each other. Oh my god, so they couldn't fucking throw the marble 13 times, but this fucking bullet did. Hi Ari, it's good to see you again. The dad joke has to earn its place in the hunter-gatherer society. As it garners attention from the hapless crowd, the dad joke sets up to pack its first punch. The first croaks truly reveal its intent. Yeah, welcome back, Ari. It's good to see you again. Hopefully you're all comfy and cozy now. Especially since you've been working so hard today and you've had such early days the past while. Their perplexed faces wound up to grins that would glow in the dark. They whooped and hollered, paying no heed to neighbors yelling out their windows in indignant Creole. The two laughed triumphantly down the alleyway, whooping arm to arm in a short spin before tracing fingers along the uncanny abrasions from the single ball. Hold on, heavy Give poor old Archie your root coins. They're too poor. They say while Archie's on a giant pile of roots coins like Scrooge. Oh no, raccoons. I filled up my 2 double wide pools with roots coins so I could swim in them both inside and out. There was an indoor pool and an outdoor pool. I filled them up with my roots coins. But now I don't have enough roots coins to fill up my bathtub. How am I supposed to bathe in money? That's the Archie core we're going for. You got a new flavor of Pringles, but it's fucking ass. No! This is why it pays off to be a picky eater. Not gonna lie. Because then you have a set list of things you like. And as long as you have those things, you're always happy. You don't ask for much, and you're never disappointed. Roots is a very adventurous eater. We're very different siblings in that way. Roots is a very adventurous eater. They're kind of try anything. And then sometimes the faces they make when they try something and it's like instant regret. I'm like, yep, that's just encouraging me to not try those things. The porch has no root coin swing. That was some shooting cap. Maybe I'll try that the next time we get boarded. Alistair chuckled, reloading the flintlock pan with gunpowder. A few grains spilled in the dark. Is that one plot relevant later? Is this danger? I don't know. Your hubby didn't want to hang out? For shame. No, he's busy printing things. Oh yeah, you guys have like you were showing like all the cool 3D printing stuff you guys had, right? What things are you guys working on now? 7-layer dip is a sad flavor. Type of Pringle. Oh no. So many sad flavors. Okay, I'm yawning too much. Let me take a sippy real quick. If I'm yawning a lot, I just, like, this morning ran out of my mocha drink. Normally I try to have... I think it's the ADHD. A lot of caffeine, like, wakes people up. For me, it kind of, like, calms my brain down a little bit, and it's easier for me to, like, be mellow throughout the day, and it, like, will put me to sleep when I'm ready to go to bed. So since I haven't had it a lot, I've been, like, so active and, like, going, like, a bajillion %, and I just tire myself out quickly, but my brain's still going, so I'm like physically yawning because I did so much, but my brain's tired. It's hard when I don't have the caffeine to regulate me because, you know, obviously. Hi, Ghost. Are you playing? Is it a fun toy? I'm so glad. Another bedside table organizer. That's nice. I have ADHD and caffeine don't do anything to me. Oh, that's interesting. Do you have a whiskey drink? Drink the cider drink. Sing the songs that remind you of the good times. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Is it true that mocha enjoyers eat grass when no one is watching? Wait, what? I don't think I know that reference. This sounds like it's a reference or a joke to something, but I don't know what it is. Tea grain spilled in the dark. This seems like it's gonna come back. This seems like foreshadowing. This seems like, pay attention. A shadow rose from the wall, mere inches from one of the points where the lead had struck. Oh, that's matcha. Yeah, mocha is like chocolate and like it's like a chocolatey coffee drink. So it has like a lot of caffeine in it because it's still like a coffee drink, but it's very chocolatey, and my sweet tooth loves that. But the caffeine helps keep me not going crazy and wild. Where it's either like, oh my god, I got you 1 bajillion things, or oh god, I'm crashing. Having consistent caffeine keeps me just like normal. Keeps me like a normal human being. As my model twitches one eye, it keeps me like normal. And not leche or vente either. Oh, the green tea stuff. Yeah, that's matcha. That everybody drinks, but nobody actually enjoys. I thought some people like matcha. I haven't tried matcha much. But yeah, that's matcha, not mocha. Do 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 do. Loca. That's loca, not mocha, but still. Let's see. A shadow rose from the wall, mere inches from one of the points where the lead had struck. It's creaked. The rolling valves are man from somewhere beyond the Orinoco. I don't quite know how to do this voice, so like, hey, I'll just do a voice. It's been a while since anyone solved that riddle. Creaked a voice with the rolling vowels of a man from somewhere beyond the Orinoco. The two pointed 4 flintlocks. Oh, the two, as in the captain and his midshipmen, pointed 4 flintlocks. They each have one in each hand, at the squiggly, sinewy shape. I'm wondering if that could be rephrased slightly, because the 2 pointed 4 just sounds off slightly. It makes you have to like think about it for a second. Like even just putting them slightly further apart, like the 2 spun and pointed 4 flintlocks, they just having a few more words in between it would make it a little bit more clear. The marbles had worked off much of their inebriation, so the wobble on their wrists almost vanished. Alistair squinted, the mask growing from the wall, slowly manifesting into a robe or coat. The layers to it must have made the heat unbearable, even after sundown. or mocha girly? The tea or the chocolate? So it's something like matcha. M-A-T-C-H-A. Yeah, that's matcha. The two spun and pointed 4 flintlocks at the squiggly, sinewy shape. The marbles had worked off much of their inebriation, so the wobble in their wrist almost vanished. Alistair squinted, the mask growing from the wall, slowly manifesting into a robe or coat. The layers to it must have made the heat unbearable, even after sundown. I will say, I think some of these sentences later on, I like this one's now more clear, but some of these later ones, I'm wondering if one of them could be a little shorter for sentence variety, because at this current point, they are all a very similar length. So just double check that. See, there's like one that you're like, oh yeah, I could rephrase that one slightly, make it a little punchier, a little shorter and punchier. His hair type was not the usual thickness Alistair expected from Venezuelan or Colombian natives. Spanish ancestors? The man's ears did seem to belong to this land, large and accommodating of the gold and gem-crusted hoops that hung through them. And along his throat, stretching from his collarbone, Alistair felt his trigger finger twitch. Rebus symbols. Am I saying that right? Rebus? Rebus? He knew the principle. Pictures forced into service as sounds. Greek letters married to Egyptian pictographs. Sailors carved them into gallows posts and tavern walls. And then Machu Picchu. But this bastard had them etched into his own skin. This information was chatty in all the ways that called for the strapado. Strapado? I don't know if I'm saying that right. The captain all but forgot his buzz. He wasn't sure if he was furious or exhilarated. Are those earrings gold and jade? You're either a gadabout that just arrived from India last week, or your envoys don't return from the market till they bring you something rare. These, Captain? He craned his neck, letting them catch the glow of a lamplight from the front of the alley. Oh, okay. He says something in a language that I don't think I can accurately recreate, so I'm not going to try, but he says that. Alistair's breath halted. A heron guided along the jugular. He thought the form above it was a cloud, but it vanished around his neck. He had no time to second-guess his hunch. These pictograms were nothing sentimental. It was for his line of work. The strapado was a popular method of Spanish torture. I got the idea it was, like, bad. I was like, oh, is this, like, the corrupt police force? Is this a torture thing? Is this hanging? So even without knowing exactly what it was, I still got the context you were going for. Of, like, it's calling for a beating. It's calling for something bad. So that in that case, that's a really great use for it, because context clues, I still kind of got it. And that mess there is Portuguese. He said, next time I'll show you the necklace I got at the Gujarat? So let's see, Alistair's breath halted. Okay, so he's showing his neck, he's saying that, and there's a herring guided along the jugular on his neck. Thought the form above it was a cloud, but it vanished around his neck. He had no time to second-guess his hunch. These pictograms were nothing sentimental. It was for his line of work. You seem a right handy jack, Garrison, he looked so sad, and leaning back on the wall he seemed to have sloughed his way out of. You do escort work? I don't take work from ghosts. Were you skulking somewhere in this alleyway this whole time? Alistair raised an eyebrow and Wilkes pressed the stranger, but it may have been the best way for the two to even broach the topic. Alistair could tighten the slip knot on the questions, depending on the answer. Oh, I'm just double checking something. Yeah, Garrison, okay. So here, the fact that he's saying Garrison's name, it's like he's been here listening to them talking. He knows Alistair called the other garrison, so he's been listening to them. So I like that. We do escort work? I'll take work from ghosts. Yeah. I'm afraid I can't share trade secrets to anyone that doesn't work for me, Ruxo said after a short pause. Well then, ghosts have no kneecaps. I can hit yours, regardless of how dark this alley is. The broker's eyes widened, but his smile still glowed. You keep fine men at your side, Captain Alistair. Good crewmates are hard to come by. Alistair lowered his piece. Wilkes fought the Montague's sails with less struggle than alleyway standoffs presented. Let's see. Wilkes. Oh, that's one of his other crewmates. Fought the Montague sails with less struggle than alleyway standoffs presented. I think it technically makes sense. It technically works, but it's... I wonder if we could reword this one slightly for better clarity. Hold on. My lo-fi beats. My lo-fi beats. Like, Wilkes fought the Montague sails with less struggle. I like that part. It's just then alleyway standoffs presented. That one's the one that... Oh my god, my model is glitching out. Model? Stop freaking out. You're fine. Nothing has changed. Nothing has happened. This is the part where I'm like, I wonder if we can rephrase it slightly for better clarity. Either repositioning it, changing the words around slightly. That's the part where I'm like, that part would make some, like, when you're reading it over in your brain, like, that's a little stumbling block. It's a slight little bit. So what do you know about that trinket you carry? Ruxo asked, lacing the fingers of his hands together. This Sunergido? Peculiar name. But stranger still did my dice opponent behave when he lost it. Fair and square, of course. Right, I want to imply that Alistair didn't need to concentrate on keeping his guns drawn while Garrison was holding Ruxo up. God, okay. Alistair loves peace. Okay, yeah, in that case, then, yeah, I think it could be reworded slightly just for better clarity, just to get that intention across more easily. But that one, I'm like, the phrasing of it's slightly off. That would be one I consider rephrasing. To earn 1 million Roots coins.
Anti-Cryptid. I just read this on Raccoonit. If Voldemort turned the One Ring into a Horcrux, would Voldemort and Sauron be soulmates? It sounds so romantic. Like Darth Vader and Palpatine.
Baby Raccoon, what parts of the internet are you reading? To earn 1 million Roots coins, Cryptid might need to stream 1,235 streams. Oh, that's insanity. I could technically have less streams, but have longer streams. like just have everything running in the background without me even being here, just so that Zoe, whenever they have a free moment, can just be in the chat even though nothing's happening, just to passively earn root coins. We can game the system. We can do this. For the passive way of earning root coins. Oh yeah, see? So do you see what I mean? Like, I could just have longer streams. That would be great. So funny. Ruxo remained seated, his robe pooling from the shadow. He seemed entirely too used to conversing between drawn pistols. Alistair spied the scar of an old lead ball in his shoulder, though he'd also deliberately obscured it with a sun pictogram. If the scent of gunpowder did indeed fill him with dread, it was seasoned enough to leave that obscured as well. Let's see. I like this interaction. I like these characters together. Ruxo is great so far. I love him. Wilkes made a hold-up look just as effortless as handling the Montague's sails. I like that more. That's much more clear with the intent you're going for, with what you're trying to convey. I do like that more. I almost want there to be another sentence here. Just some little bit, some little detail. Oh, hey, you're welcome, Zatara. Your stuff is always so great. I'm always happy when I can point out little things. But I never feel like I do too much. It's just like little things, little nitpicky things. Yawning's contagious. I can't help it. Ooh, just having to do all the early stuff the past few days, just trying desperately to fucking do the donate plasma thing. Oh my god. Oh, Zatara, that's so nice of you to say. Wait, why are all my raccoons giving me compliments? This isn't right. This isn't allowed. I'm gonna stay down here now. I can't handle it. A thought struck Alistair. Yeah,
Too sleepy for hangout time? Crypty 590 Raccoon Heart.
It's so funny when it tries to read the little emote aloud. Also, yeah, everyone say hi, Commander Roots. Hi, Roots. No, I can hang out a little bit. I can hang out a little bit. You can tell when there's deeper care, yawn. Those with more careful yawn as though it is contagious. And there's something like it's part of like... It's like something similar to like being in the same monkey pack or something. Like people who are more empathetic or people who are more closer to you. People who are socialized more easily, more influenced by social groups easily, are more likely to yawn. And then people who don't or don't as quickly like mimic your yawn are like either less socially connected to you. They might still be a perfectly fine social person. They're just not connected to you. You're just a stranger. Or they're not as empathetic with strangers, kind of thing. There's like some little tidbit with that. I've heard it. Cryptid yawn more. You're so mean to Chatty Matty. Oh no. Cryptid, if you make me yawn, I'm gonna make your character in Raccoon 6 News canonically lesbian. Oh no! Oh no! Wait, hold on, I gotta yawn some more. Wait, no, don't match me up with a hot woman. Oh no, how will I ever cope? How will my bisexual ass ever cope with being with a woman? Did I yawn enough yet? Oh wait, no, fuck, I'm actually yawning, fuck. Oh, it was actually a real one, fuck that. Okay. Yeah, don't threaten me with a good time. Oh my god. Let's see. What do you mean kidnap? No kidnaps. No cryptid kidnappings. No cryptid nappings. Oh, cryptid napping though sounds great. Just a nice nap time. Oh no. It would be expensive. Oh my god. No, kidnap your sister? Oh. The scavenger is fucking dead. Oh. I don't know how I ever cope being changed from canonically bi to canonically lesbian. I know. Kisses me more. Oh, so your sister's in the UK and you miss her? Yeah, tell her to get... Well... Oh man, that's hard, because at first I'm like, oh, bring her back over here. And I'm like, wait, no, we're in America. Don't bring her back. She escaped. She got out of here. Then I'm like, oh, you can go to the UK. And I'm like, wait, you own property, though. You got the life. You get all the puppers, too. It's so hard to move internationally with all those animals. Oh, god fucking damn it. Oh, Cryptid X Copium Chan. Hey, listen, as long as Copium Chan is a nice, hot, sexy lady, I ain't complaining. Oh. She got to see... Is that My Chemical Romance? What? I'm not completely crazy. This isn't showing my age, right? That's not like an acronym for some other band, right? Yeah, oh my god! That's so neat! Can you imagine if all the young ones were like suddenly calling Cryptid Unk in chat? Like, no, Cryptid, MCR stands for this new super cool hip thing. You're just so old, you still think it means My Chemical Romance. I was so worried. Oh, very God. Sufferina from Dr. Stone. I haven't seen Dr. Stone yet. Let's play D4Cs. In the restaurant, the affair happened. It'll be great. Wait, what? Thought struck Alistair. He had a feeling Bruxo would like it. I just want to say, too, it's just like a little tidbit. I've been really liking all of their names so far. Hold on, let me double check that. I'm gonna double check that with the earlier name. Leo. Yeah, Justin, too. Justin C. here, who shouldn't have as cool of a name, so it makes sense. I've been liking all of their names. I like Bruxo. I like Alistair. I like, even the ship being called, like, the Montague. The midshipmen, all the side characters that have been named so far that are part of the ship's crew. I'm like, man, like, they've all been, like, pretty good for the characters so far. I assume you fancy a little gamble-like, Alistair said, holstering the iron. I know you never planned on giving us the answer tonight. So how about you give us the real clue, along with the false lead? His surprise quickly gave way to a hearty chuckle. Alistair hardly imagined what types of friends Bruxo kept, but likely only they knew what he looked like when his face lowered its guard this much. So here, just on a very technical thing, I know you're saying this Bruxo's surprise quickly gave way to a hearty chuckle, because Bruxo's very interested in what Alistair just said. On a technical level, the last he that was mentioned is Alistair. Alistair is acting, he's holstering the iron. Alistair is speaking. So then when we have this his, which could mean any of the male characters here, it's not clarified, it would technically, like, you would assume it would be the last male that was mentioned, which is Alistair, and we want it to be about Bruxo. So I would clarify here that it's Bruxo. Whether that's by name or one of the titles, yeah, the brokers, something like that. Any of the little titles or gimmicks he's been called so far. That's how it's, and that's very technical, minor thing. The Bruxo surprise quickly gave way to a hearty chuckle. Alistair hardly imagined what types of friends Bruxo kept, but likely only they knew what he looked like when his face lowered its guard this much. We have an accord, Captain. Come close. Oh, wait. What's that? I'm so far behind. In the first manuscript, these boys were just placeholders. Oh, that's so funny. Not bad, thanks. Oh, hi, Valrect. It's nice to have you in here. We're Cryptid like food while I get the raccoons fed. Oh, that's tempting. Do I want soup or do I want hash browns? I've been kind of... I already had hash browns today, but something about... I've been craving them today. I want them so fucking bad. Roos, could you make more hash browns? Oh yeah, me and Roots, we love Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. Actually, Mama and Papa Cryptid both like the Helliverse too. They sometimes get confused about which one's Hell of a Boss and which one's Has-Been Hotel. But they both like it. Funny enough. Super inspired. Thanks to the blue bug. I don't know about that. Anytime you guys are inspired or you guys do the work, listen, you guys do the work. I cannot be in there giving you guys inspo, making your manuscript great, making you guys have great stories. I can help, I can give advice and critique, but all of the actual finished work, when you guys have a great piece, both before the critique stream and after, that's because you guys made fucking awesome pieces, not gonna lie. It's because you guys did the work, and you guys did amazing shit with it. I'm always really impressed and proud of you guys. At all levels. I don't want anyone to think like, oh, I'm a newbie writer, I can't submit my piece. Like, no, you should be really, really proud of the work you did. Bruxo didn't even exist in earlier drafts? What? He feels so cool here. I'm working on the last couple of months. Yeah, it's true. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a little hard to get Roots to watch shows and movies and stuff. That's why I'm really excited. We might be watching a Project Hail Mary in the next little bit. I might even be slowly tempting them to watch Legally Blonde, which I am always down to watch Legally Blonde. I love Legally Blonde so much. I've watched that movie so many fucking times over the years.
Baby.
No, shut up. Don't listen to their cries for help and salvation. Like, don't listen to them. It's fine. We're gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be so great. Who doesn't love Legally Blonde? For the immediate murder professionals. Just like would let me believe nice things said about myself. You gotta practice. I suffer from depression a lot, especially during certain rough years of my life. And I know it's so stupid. I hate when there's like a stupid fix to mental problems, but then if you do it, it actually works. I hate it so fucking much. I'm like, that's bullshit. But actually, me slowly working on breaking the habit of talking shit about myself, and like, even if it was jokingly at first, saying nice things about myself, and then like just being more confident and secure, it actually does have an effect. And I'm like, this is bullshit. It's so dumb, but it so works. That was Commander Roots even justifying it too. Like, just literally slowly breaking the habit. And even if you had to do it jokingly at first, be like, oh yeah, I'm the most amazeballs cryptid ever. Like, if you're joking about it, literally replacing your fucking vocabulary with how you talk about yourself. It's like, such a stupid fix, but it works. I hate it. Legally Blonde. What do you mean Legally Blonde was 25 years ago? Shut the fuck up. Blink 3 times is Roots making you say this. Not perfect, but you're amazing. Thanks. I appreciate it. But yeah, sometimes those silly fixes, even though we're like, no, that's stupid. How can that possibly work? How can that do the thing? Give it a try. I hate to admit it, I really do. Sometimes it does. We have an accord. Captain... Anyway, what I was saying, I was like, I'm amazed Bruxo was not in the earlier draft. Bruxo is, like, so fucking cool here. You look in the mirror, look at yourself square in the eyes and say, I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And doggone it, people like me. Right? Oh my god. I mean, showing the most amazeballs cryptid I've seen. Oh, wait, people are saying nice things about me. I can't handle it. I bet most cryptids don't even know how to stream. I didn't even know how to stream. That's why I had Roots. I gave Roots, the raccoon, human intelligence so they could help me stream. So I didn't have to figure it out. They set it all up, and they showed me to press the start streaming button and the stop streaming button. And that's all I needed to do. And look at me now. I'm amazed. It's so great. I'm getting my own cryptid cult. I love it. I'm constantly switching between I'm a disgusting waste of space and I'm the most perfect human being to ever walk the earth. Yeah. That's definitely like the transition period, especially if you got used to saying a lot of bad stuff about yourself at first. So even when you're in that transition period, it's you have to like work on it. It's so annoying. You have to be like, oh, every time you say something shitty about yourself, you have to be like, nope. Even if I'm saying it sarcastically, let me replace that with like nice words. You have to like pretend to say it sarcastic. Like you had to like actively work on like getting rid of the negative things and saying better things about yourself. Now, does that mean you don't admit your flaws? No, and I've been very honest to you guys about my flaws. I even admit things I do not know. I don't think saying nice things about yourself means that, like, you're perfect all the time. But I think it's also treating yourself with, like, grace. Like, when I mess something up, I can say, like, oh yeah, sorry, I messed that up. And instead of saying, like, oh my god, I'm such a piece of shit who messed that thing up, I can be like, oh, man, that was a really tricky thing. I did mess that up.
but like it's okay and the world's not ending, even if it feels like it right now because of my anxiety. And like next time I just know not to do that. And probably a lot of other people make this mistake too. And I just won't ever talk about this mistake until it's funny, and then I'll admit it to people as a joke. And then it'll all be fine. This will be something to laugh about later. And that's me being honest. That's saying like, hey, I fucked up on something. That's not being like, oh, I was perfect. I'd never make mistakes. But I'm still treating myself kindly. And oh my god, is it fucking hard. Ugh. Especially when I do dumbass bitch shit. And I'm like, come on! And I'm like, no, I can't say that. Past me was trying her besto. Even if it wasn't very good, she was trying her besto. I'm both the most confident and self-deprecating person I know. The shiniest turd. I'm the prettiest turd in the shit pile. Oh, you're very self-deprecating. Yeah, it's a hard thing to work through. It takes so much effort, but it's worth it. Time's gonna pass anyway. Might as well spend the time trying to get better. That's what I tell myself. I don't always know if it works, but it's what I tell myself. And you finish trying to think, oh man, this sucks. Probably the worst thing I've written. Can't wait to make my friends read it. I don't consider myself self-deprecating. I consider myself self-aware and honest. Yes, sometimes a lot of my anxiety actually came from being too self-aware. Being self-aware is a problem. I don't like it. Hey, Cryptid, if you ever had a child, what would you name the child? I wouldn't. I'm like that scene in Tangled where Rapunzel is laughing and crying when it comes to my writing. Oh, so we say that she'd have a few choice words for me. A crypt kid. Wait, no, that sounds like crypt, like a dungeon crypt. It's like a kid in like a little, not dungeon crypt, graveyard crypt. That sounds different. Oh my god. But no, I'm a child-free cryptid. Crypt kid. But still sounds bad. No. Because one of the things that one of the rude things you can say to people who are disabled, who are like crippled, is you call them like a crip or a crippy. Like there's some bad words you can do that sounds like that now. There's no cute way to shorten it. Oh, just crypt? But again, it kind of sounds like like a graveyard crypt, right? Like I said, so you can't shorten it to crypt. We can't keep crypt. It has to fully be cryptid. Would they just be... They can't even be baby cryptid, because when I talk about myself in the past when I was little, I say, oh, like when I was a baby cryptid, I did this. You're thinking like the crypts. That's so funny. Are the crypt kids and the blood kids still in straight word? If you ever had a child, I would officially be an auntie cryptid. Aw, look at this. I would give them all the blessings. I would be like, yes. Oh my god, it'd be such a funny one. I would be like I would show up absolutely 100% looking like Maleficent. Looking like I'm about to curse the baby, and instead I'm over there like hauntingly with the creepy hand, like giving them all the best blessings. Like, tee hee hee, every time someone bullies you, they're immediately gonna fall flat on their face and break their nose. You will always have the perfect temperature pillow. You shall be the most badass looking one at every senior prom dance. Oh no, I got double compound. Name your firstborn Wednesday. You guys don't understand. I think that was one of the potential names Mama Cryptid was thinking of for me. So close. So close to being a cool kid. Saw my 6-year-old wearing a Nirvana t-shirt. He couldn't even name a single song. Fucking poser. Oh my god. Bullying your own child. I love it.
You gotta teach him. You gotta teach him. Let's see. Drop them in the pit. In the mosh pit. Literally. Oh my god. That'd be so funny. Oh my god. Anyway, hold on. How much have I actually read past where we were? Oh no, we've read at least a few pages. Okay, I'm doing better than I thought. Oh, I thought I was like, did I only read like a paragraph or two for poor Zatara? No, we've actually gotten a bit done. Okay, I'm not completely useless. Dang, so Cryptid could have been a cooler kid. Yeah, if I had been named Wednesday, 100% cooler. 100%. I don't even know how I would handle that as an adult. 100% cooler. Does that make Roots Pugsley? Hey Roots, if I was Wednesday, would you want to be Pugsley? Why don't you want to be Pugsley? No, Wednesday and Pugsley torture each other. And then anyone else who bothers Pugsley, like Wednesday fucking kills them. Wait, what? Oh, not talking about the Wednesday show, just like general, like I like the movies better. Not the new animated ones. Add it to the list of movies we gotta watch. I fucking love the Addams Family and the Addams Family Values. Oh my god, I love those movies. Let's see. Oh wait, how do you feel about Nirvana song being used as an opening to a Yuri anime? Better be a sick as fuck anime. Goes right and wrong at the same time. As long as they pay the estate copyrights, I don't care. It's just simply fun with pendulum axes and death. Real talk, is this sentence okay? She stares beyond her bedroom window at the yellow, glowing arteries outlining the buildings covered by the blue and black light. I would say it's not technically a running away. It feels a little bit like a run-on. Like it's describing too many things and like forcing them in one sentence. It's okay to have that be a short paragraph. To like she stared outside her bedroom window. Outside of it there was a building covered in these yellow glowing arteries outlining against the blue and black night. She blinked and the colors like were behind it. Like whatever description you want. Make it like a whole paragraph. But right now it feels a little chunky. Too chunky as a sentence. I guess. Have you watched the animated one where Wednesday was tricked by a fake dad? I haven't seen the animated movie Addams Family stuff. I watched the Addams Family Values, and then I have seen the Wednesday series, which it's okay, it's fun, like little trash TV to watch in the background, but there are like a lot of plot holes in it that I don't super like, and I'm kind of frustrated because there are so many super cool talents in it and cool big names in it and such a cool budget for it, and they had this potential to do like a really cool thing, and I kind of feel like they kind of squandered it a bit. So sometimes it is kind of really frustrating seeing what they do with the Wednesday TV series. But I still watch it. I still like me and Mama Cryptid actually will sit back. Sometimes we have like little shows that we like watching where we just like point out all the flaws and inconsistencies and plot holes and ways it could be better. If you guys are ever curious, like where did young Cryptid ever learn this love for storytelling and dissecting stories and stuff and coming up with other ideas? It was Mama Cryptid. We did stuff like this all the time. So this is one of the stuff. No, but she's supporting low, so you know. Oh, you're pointing out the stairs ad is redundant. That's a good point too. If you're wanting to keep it a sentence, you can cut out redundancies and make it be a little bit more smoother. I think I was going for a bigger picture and I'm like, oh yeah, that could just be like a paragraph though. You could slice it up a bit. And having stuff like that when you guys like point out other fixes too, it's so helpful because other people, writers, you guys all have different ways your brains work, And sometimes the way my brain works and the fixes I would do aren't necessarily the right fixes for you guys, right? So having multiple people weigh in and give different suggestions for how to approach something, it's so helpful, because sometimes one of those things speaks more clearly to a writer than another way that someone else would do it. That's why finding an editor or a critique partner that you really vibe with is so important, that kind of gets it. But otherwise, I'm gonna finish. Roots is already waiting to hang out. Hey Roots, do you wanna be brave and try and finish that scary game that Gab was playing? We could do it. We could be brave big kids. We could. Yeah. We could even do the thing where we like go scene by scene and see when there's gonna be a jump scare, so it doesn't fully get us if you want to. Normally Roots is the brave one with horror stuff, and I'm always like the scaredy cat. But there's this one that we watched, and for some reason it's like this one particular thing, and it gave Roots the ick. And Roots really doesn't like it. So now I'm like being the brave kid about it. This like never happens with horror stuff. It's the stupid Netflix game, and something on Netflix shouldn't be that good, but it kind of fucking is. It shouldn't. It's Unhinged. Thank you, Roots. Yes, this Unhinged game Gad Smolders played. I think Jacksepticeye now played it too, but we haven't watched his playthrough. Advice based on my experience, and that's when I'm not dying asleep. Yeah, right, the tired, no help. Beyond her bedroom window, yellow, glowing arteries outline buildings covered by the blue and black light. I'm not quite sure that's the fix. Would it still have the she stares at? So I think they were saying the at was redundant. Like they were saying like, oh, she stared beyond her bedroom window. You didn't say she stared at or beyond her window. Like, or maybe I misunderstood it. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's late. I'm gonna read a little bit more and then we'll call it good. Come close. Wilkes flanked Brookso from his left, his pistol still trained on him, as Alistair approached with a notebook. A sharpened piece of charcoal emerged from his coat pocket. First, you will want to seek a ruined priest in Havana. His name is Xavier Domenico. He has pictograms just beneath his ear, and no doubt reeks of port claret. They will be needed to understand the scroll pictogram here. He gestured beneath his elbow. And here, he said, gesturing to a waning moon around his collarbone. Alistair scribbled hastily as he glanced up occasionally. Next, you'll travel to Cartagena. The Library of Saint Cyprian has lost tomes for interpreting Rebus symbols. You'll be surprised how different they used to be. You're already seen this short film where a character is playing video games. What game should I make her play? What kind of genre is it? Is it horror? Is it a meet cute love story? Is she? You got to give us more context here. Pokey Park. I like how I said I need more context, and also Pokey Park. Alistair slipped the notebook back in his coat. His eyes trailed from Brookso to the scorch marks of the ricocheting lid ball. Is that technically right? His eyes trailed from Brookso to the scorch marks. Maybe not of, maybe it's from. To the scorch marks from the ricocheting lead ball. I think that flows a bit more naturally. Skyrim. I think it's from, not of. Because if it's of, that almost makes it seem like the lead ball is ricocheting currently. But if it's from the ricocheting lead ball, it's from the lead ball that had been ricocheting. You say Skyrim. It's an emotional drama about the different ways people cope with loss. This character is bottling her feelings, trying to convince herself and everyone around her that she's not hurt. Linking Dr. Doe's chemistry quiz. I don't know that reference. I don't know the Dr. Doe's chemistry quiz. And I was like, okay, she doesn't cope well with loss, and she's pretending that she's fine, that she hasn't really lost anyone, she's not impacted. A game where you can kind of control stuff like that and nobody dies might be a cool emotional tie-in. Something like Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing, all the characters are always there forever. They'll always greet you, they'll always be your friend. You can always check on your island later. They still love you and stuff, that you can still give presents. You don't really lose, nobody like dies in those kind of games. Yeah, in like Animal Crossing. So that could be a neat little tie-in of like, no, she's fine, she's not suffering from loss, she's just playing 10,000 hours in this game where she can't lose anybody. And she could like pay off her debt with fucking collecting acorns and stuff. In Cryptid Roots World, it would be human crossing. Oh, I would get to collect humans and study them like bugs in a museum. That's fantastic. I want to include a scene where she's on voice chat and her friends are yelling out crazy call-outs. And we cut to her screen and she's playing fucking Minesweeper. Oh my god. So yeah, in my head, I think this feels right. But also, I'm not a copy editor. So if you have a friend or a buddy that's better at grammar and punctuation, have them double check this. Because, again, not 100% cryptid domain. It's scraped through a shape. Providencia? Maybe the neighboring island? They both were so tiny. Hold on 1 second, my thingamajig. But otherwise, I think I'll leave it here. I'll stop here, because Roots is waiting on me and I almost have food ready. Oh, my lo-fi beats. There we go. So, let me double back to what you were focusing on for this. What did you more focused on? Inviting a spy character. Oh, is it Bruxo? Is Bruxo the spy character? Okay. The pacing is tight. The back and forth feels diegetic. And the stretch and release feels right. Some of the dialogue, we already went over some of them where I'm like, is that what you were... It wasn't the dialogue, it was some of the thoughts, just some of the prose. I'm like, clarity. Very great vocabulary, but clarity first. But I think you already reworked some of them. I'm only half a page away. No, I'm not. So in here... Or is this where the chapter ends? So it's just a few paragraphs? Okay, hold on. Near the neighboring island, they both were so tiny. With no farewell, Alistair turned and left. Wilkes followed. Iron sights. Okay, so here. So are you going to tell this was a chapter break? Because it just looks like a paragraph break. My bad. He didn't like it. Luxo looked way too happy to surrender that information. Were they both false leads? He didn't like it. Luxo looked way too happy to surrender that information. Maybe Bruxo had looked way too happy to surrender that information? Not quite sure. Don't trust me 100% of it, but I think it's had looked. Were they both false leads? Hope you don't think it's impertinent to ask, Captain. Why didn't we lead off with breaking his fingers? Wilkes asked, finally holstering his pieces. Apparently he didn't like this either. The two briskly made their way to better lit streets. You saw us first, right, Garrison? Aye, but we drew first. Just because our guns were visible doesn't mean we drew first. Eventually you just know when you're being watched down someone's iron sights. I like this, but I do notice here in this scene, we have a slight breakup here from the back and forth dialogue. but I kind of want something to break up this back and forth dialogue. These two short lines I think are good, but I want something else to break up from these short lines to this guy right here, this ending bit. I want a little bit more description, more details, more world building, more cool settings, scenery, description, sensory stuff, something. I want a little something here in between this bit. That's a little nitpicky thing. Eventually, you just know when you're being watched down someone's iron sights. It sounds cool. I'm not sure if it sounds the most natural to say. Maybe reword this one sentence for better flow, better like dialogue flow. Because again, we approach the normal prose, the narrative prose, a little differently than dialogue. There's slight different rules for it most of the time. Maybe even just this. This is just an idea. You don't have to take it. Just because our guns were visible doesn't mean we drew first. End dialogue. That's what he says back to his crewmate. This part, slight rewording, but then this is just the captain's internal thoughts. This is just the narrative prose here. Have a good night, Hugo. Thanks for hanging out for us. That's something in the morning. But yeah, I think this, he tells the guy back, oh, just because our guns were visible doesn't mean we drew first. But a mic drop, super cool ending scene. This part is his thoughts. This is part of the narrative. Because it is a cool line, but it just doesn't feel organic for dialogue, for being spoken aloud. But it's still a cool bit. Actually, yeah, I think I can work that bit tonight. So yeah, very, very minor little bits. Was there anything else you wanted to ask me about? I know it's probably late for both of us. But if there's something in particular you wanted to ask me about, otherwise, I do like Bruxo. Bruxo's seen the entire gimmick of him coming out of the shadows, the thing with the marbles, him being this spooky thing. They don't know if they can trust him. I think he's a fucking delight on the page. I like reading him. So he's a cool, engaging character. He kept me pretty engaged the whole time. I'm excited to read about him and to have him speaking and stuff. I think he was really cool. Some of the stuff here too. I'm kind of wondering. So we don't know if Bruxo gave 2 false leads. We don't know if Bruxo gave a good lead and a bad lead, etc. We're kind of up in the air. Alistair and us as the readers, we don't know what Bruxo was doing yet. But either way, Bruxo did technically offer info. It may not be good info, could be false info, but he did offer info. And I don't really think they paid him. Normally you summon this guy to like pay him to give you info, right? So normally I thought he would be like, oh yeah, you want the info, here's a good lead or a bad lead. And either a promise of the cut, a promise of something, even if it's like, oh, normally I work for this fee. Oh, how about a gamble? You give us a good lead and a bad lead for this fee instead. Something like that. I kind of feel like Bruxo didn't get anything here. And that he had so much fun with Bruxo. His main source of inspiration is Robbie Rotten? You're fucking kidding. You're fucking kidding. That's incredible. I fucking loved Robbie Rotten as a kid. What a fun character. Bruxo's inspired by Robbie Rotten. How are you this big brained? He's not a normal broker. He's in it for the love of the game. I'm sorry, Zatra. I gotta go question my life choices and why my brain's not as big as yours. I'm so sorry. I'm quitting out of the game, everyone. I don't have good ideas anymore. No one will listen to me. I'm not gonna offer critiques anymore. I got nothing. That's so fucking iconic. I love it. You just made me like Bruxo more. But otherwise, everyone, all joking aside, I hope you guys had a wonderful night. Even if you guys were having a rough day or a busy day, I hope just hanging out and having me on in the background was a nice way to unwind a little bit and get more creative and fun thoughts flowing for a little while. Hope you guys are comfy and cozy, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!